Hello, fellow star stuff. Oh shit, I can still hear myself. Wait, hold on. I was testing the mic earlier. One moment, one moment. Um, uh, Here we go. All right. All right, cool. Didn't want to hear like a feedback loop. All right. Let me go back over here to the game. Hello, fellow star stuff. Hello, hello. I guess there are echoes in space. There are. There are indeed echoes in space. Oopsie daisy. Forgot to tell you. Forgot to tell you about that one. It's a new feature. A new feature we're testing out. We're testing out. Hello, hello. Welcome on in Black Blue. What is that? Is that like a soup emote? Soup? Sip. A sip emote even. Well, I wish I had Tia here, actually. That would have been a good idea. That would have been a good idea. But we're here. I have water at the very least. I have water. We are here. Welcome on in. We are here with some more. This one? Yeah, there we go. Yay! Some more Ever 17, the Out of Infinity. Yay! Close enough. Close enough, close enough. Yeah, I am here, unfortunately. Kind of like I was saying, I've been saying on and off, kind of like I'm dealing with, I don't know if it's a sickness or if it's allergies. I thought it was allergies, and it might still be allergies, to be fair. But the allergy medication, or the allergy medicine that I've been taking up until this point, just didn't help at all today. I'm really, like, I've been sneezing a lot. I've been slightly coughing, so I feel kind of like low energy, but it doesn't matter because I still wanted to hang out with Best Girl. I still wanted to hang out with Best Girl for a little bit. I can't promise anything for the stream. I just feel so bad like canceling streams and things like that, because I know I didn't stream yesterday even though I was supposed to. I know I can't make any promises this stream. I don't know how long this stream's gonna be, if it's gonna be like an hour, if I switch over to another game, if I just end early. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to see you for at least 5 minutes today. That's what I want. I want more of the insanity that comes with her route. It's really fun. So oh, I think you lost something. Yeah, I don't know. You know, like maybe. Oh, the bag. That's right. I usually have my bag across my shoulder, kind of like this, you know? Yeah, like that. It's not there anymore. Nothing else. Nothing else was lost. Nothing else at all was lost. Ever. Ever again. So, no worries about canceling. If you're not feeling well, it's best to not push it. I know. It's I still just want to try and keep something somewhat consistent. So if I can help it. If I was feeling too bad, you know, I definitely cancel. So that's love. Be sick. To want to see waifu for 5 minutes, and then then you get sick of them too. And there's like, I see her for 5 minutes. It's like, okay, guys, thanks for coming to stream today. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here now, because she's going on her new rant. What's her new rant for today? You can't have sugar with coffee. You can't do this. Aliens aren't real. This, that, and the other. What is she gonna say today? I just want to know. I just want to know. Also, hello, Cadentia. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome on in. Let me get out of here, just because sometimes I know this music is copyrighted. Kid You the First Eye. Okay. And we're already on her route. We skipped through quite a bit, so I mean, we're already on her route. We don't have a lot of backtracking. But last time we started her route, it was really fun. It was really fun as someone who's, especially like from a zero escape perspective, of someone who's like, I know all these things and I just think they're complete and utter horseshit. and Kid is meanwhile going on his own tangent where he's like, yeah, I can see the future. I don't know why, but I can do it. And you was just like, okay, buddy. Okay. And she hands in the coffee, and you know, it's like, by the way, you should drink that black, otherwise you're a freaking loser and I hate you. I don't know. Again, I think Yu's dynamics with a bunch of different characters are really good, surprisingly. She's works well, and you know, quote unquote works well, but she works well with Takashi, she works well with Kid, she works well with Sada. Like that's a pretty good list already, and like we don't really know the full extent of what's going on with her and Soda, but there's a connection there, you know? So she's pretty good. She's pretty great, honestly, in terms of like character interactions, if I had to say, compared to everyone else. So, but yeah, that was the beginning of the U route, and then we'd be continuing from there. So You then wishes she specialized as a psychiatric nurse. She wishes, but you know, apparently yeah, she still got hired for nursing and she's here. She still got hired for that, even though she's a freaking archaeologist. Which is dope. I said this before, it's dope as hell, but also like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I find it so funny, like her background, because I know she was in the coding, the hacker club, whatever, in high school, but like, let's be real, that was all Sada. She didn't do shit. She didn't know anything. So I guess just being in that club alone helped her, I don't know, something some way, somehow. So if you hear me sniffling, I apologize. If I like suddenly go quiet for some reason, it's probably because I'm like sneezing or like blowing my nose or something. So just to preface that with everything, and then we continue. I was staring at it and trying to come up with escape plans. At that point, I hadn't even hit upon a single one. Any plan would fall apart before I even got it fully developed because of my limited knowledge. But I didn't intend to give up. I thought if I could just find a starting point. I wanted to get back at you somehow. You're still hung up on it? You're still hung up on it? The door opened and somebody came in. Looking back, I saw that it was you. She had changed into her work uniform. I don't know, I kind of like this. I like the colors of it. Like, I like the other outfit better, but I just like the colors of this one more with her hair, if that makes sense. So oh, so this is where you are. I was looking for you. The ribbon on her outfit shook rhythmically as she walked toward me. Are your clothes dry? Nope, the dryer is broken. These clothes will do for a while anyway. Also, there's the added like sub layer of Kid is just completely ignoring Sada in this timeline, and Sada is like suffering. She's like suffering in the background. I feel so bad at her. He's like, this is my brother, right? This is my brother, right? We're just not paying attention to her at all. We'd rather go hang out with Tsugumi than we would hang out with her, which is wild. Insane. Hey, what are you doing with that Limu hologram? Just looking. You aren't trying to think of a way out, are you? Well, all I've got is time in my hands. Right, okay, now I remember. We had briefly discussed an escape plan with Sora, and Sora was like, that won't friggin' work. I've already tried that. So I think that's kind of where we left off, essentially. Well, all I've got is time on my hands. I lied to her. Embarrassed, I couldn't tell her the truth. Enough about that. Aren't you going to sleep? I drank too much coffee, so I can't sleep. Besides, there are lots of things I want to think about. Think about... How about that? Same here. What, the coffee or the thinking? Both. Wow, that's weird. You laughed dryly as she said that. Hey, how about keeping me company? Are you going somewhere? Yeah, well, in order to think, you've got to be in the right place to put you in the mood. Someplace in mind? Yeah, a place connected with the third eye. The third eye. I can't think of any other place other than the surveillance room, because like that would be, again, you're having like extra eyes to see certain facilities. That's the only thing that I can think of. He's too busy worrying about aliens and time travel. It really is, though. I was gonna joke about how you can't get laid with your sister, but this is a Japanese movie from the early 2000s. Fortunately, it does not go that route. Although, again, I don't know why we fell on top of her. I guess it's just to have the effectiveness of the rug being pulled out from under you, have that scene be all the more effective, where it's like, oh, it's gonna be a cute little romance between them. And it's like, actually, she's your sister. Did you know that? Wait, what? And then she goes into her long like backstory about how we were together, and then, you know, this pharmaceutical company seemingly broke them apart, right? So I think it's just to have the wool pulled from under them. But they took like the time and place that this came out during into consideration of like, yeah, they're gonna buy it. They're gonna freaking buy it, obviously. So the third eye. When the third eye opens, true wisdom is apparent, and all becomes visible. The power of ancients, ultimate knowledge, proof that a transcendental state beyond that of normal people. The place that you led me was... Oh. Oh, okay. The Ferris wheel. Or no, it's the gondola, right? Okay, that was a very special place for Takeshi and and Tsugumi, but okay, I guess we can go there too. Shall we go in? You walk toward a stone gate which rose out of a dimly lit dome. Can I ask you a question before we go in? Huh? Sure. Why do the Lemurian ruins have something to do with the third eye? Oh, that. That? I lied. Oh. I freaking lied. Whatever. I just wanted to build up suspense for you, for all you fans that were paying attention. Whatever. Get fucked. Anyway, what? To tell you the truth, they're not related. Okay. She's freaking great, man. It's like the Mummy all over again. But what does the Mummy have to do with shit? It's like it doesn't. It doesn't. Why were you thinking that it would be? It's like, oh, okay. She's great. She's great. There's no meaning at all. I just thought that if I said that, then you'd come along with me. Thinking about things all by myself doesn't really suit me. I need someone else around. He's seething. He's seething. Yeah, I think you have it right about the rug pull. Yeah. I forget, does you believe in the third eye, or is she thinking it's some random wacky thing her mom was researching? She is still of the belief that it's some random wacky thing, but she also sees that like kid is really into it, and it's like, hey, I can tell you some things about it, but also please note that it's complete and other, and it's just not real at all. So I think she's just kind of like playing along for now. But I think at some point later, she's going to be like, holy shit, is any of this actually, am I wrong? I think she's going to have like at least a moment of like, oh, like I can't explain that with anything I know. Are you mad? No, not really. I was just thinking that you don't seem like the type to be governed by random illogical thoughts. Really? Yeah. But actually, there might be a connection. You turned your gaze towards the ruins. I told you about how my mom was doing her own research while pretending to study the Lemurian continent, right? It seems like she was completely hooked on researching the third eye. Do you know why? Because she was conducting research in the name of Lemuria? Also, in your timeline, in your timeline, sometime soon, within the next few days in the future, I will actually start posting a clip. I will post at least one clip of Ever 17. I can't believe it. Clips of Ever 17 on your YouTube timeline. It's more likely than you think in the year of 2026, but it's there. There's one coming up, and I think it's really fucking funny. But I think this route especially is like the route to do it, because like this route is kind of funny. There's just a lot of memes to be had. So would she really hit him with the "you mad, bro"? She really did. It's like, you mad about that? It's like, no, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. Because she was conducting research in the name of Lemuria. Yeah, so my mom wanted to study the third eye, pretending there was a connection with Lemuria, and wrote about it. One theory has it that the people of Lemuria were giant apes that were 4 meters tall. They had walnut-colored skin and were no different from males, and there were no differences between males and females. They laid eggs and they communicated via telepathy. And they had a third eye in the back of their heads. Telepathy in the third eye. This has something to do with the third perspective. Drawing on the idea that our vertebrate predecessors had 3 eyes. So the ancients, especially the Lemurians, may well have been races that mastered the use of this power. And based on the facts discovered, I conclude that the origin of the third eye is Lemuria. She even wrote trumped-up papers on the topic, even though they really are totally unrelated. I wish you would tell me more about the third eye. Sorry, I'll tell you some other time. I don't really feel like going into it now. Yeah, she's... What the hell? We had this the whole time? Okay, we're not going to the gondola. We're going into just one of the passageways in the maze. Okay? And this is really where you want to do your thinking? Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Lemurians were Saiyans confirmed. The way that her mom, I guess her mom technically is like describing it is like, what are you talking about? How did any of this get greenlit? But apparently, I don't know. She managed to write the paper on it, so I guess. You and I crossed through the gate and entered the ruins. It was darker inside, and the pathways were interwoven like a maze. The lighting was surreal, with dim lights in some areas and bluish-white lights elsewhere. Occasionally, a hologram of some deep-water fish would shine into view. Blah, blah, blah. The ruins were also slightly flooded with water, which had the effect of making them appear more like ruins at the bottom of the ocean. I wonder how far we had walked. Finally, we came to an open space, kind of like an auditorium. The room had a high ceiling. There were rock pillars called obelisks. Obelisks. I know how to say it, but I just don't. I keep forgetting how to say it. Scattered around the area. A few of them were broken, collapsed, or crumbling. Looking closely, I saw that a mock relief was carved into the wall. I absentmindedly stared at the wall. As I absentmindedly stared at the wall, you walked over to one of the collapsed obelisks and sat down, hugging her knees. This is a strange place, huh? It's called the Sun Temple. Makes me think of like Zelda. What do you? It really does make me think of Zelda. Remove window. There we go. A sun? That reminded me that I had seen an image of the sun disk in the relief on the wall. There are a number of theorists about the precise location of the Lemurian continent, but no one really knows where it was. But most people agree that it was located near the belt of the tropical rainforest, just below the equator. You reverted to speaking like an employee, which she was, and started giving me an explanation of the place. I see. Members of our research staff here at Limu have put forth hypotheses that the people of Lemuria worship the sun. You paused and shrugged. So I guess that's why we built this temple. I see. I sat down next to you. I nodded. A sun temple at the bottom of the ocean. Doesn't it strike you as kind of ironic? I wondered if she had been talking about the continent that had sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Or maybe she had meant us. Did you think of anything? What do you mean? Ways to get out. Oh, I shook my head. I thought so. I can't think of any other ways. If we could just get that high-pressure inflow machine to work. You know, I thought this through. I think we're being lied to by someone. True! Oh my gosh, brain cells. Brain cells! I can't believe it. Obelisk. Obelisk. Okay, obelisk. Gosh darn it, I never remember how to say it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Obelisk. Obelisk. There we go. I think now if the game would just say it again. Now if the game will say it again, or has that already passed? I think we're being lied to by someone. Huh? What are you talking about? You are just being used by them. Tsugumi's words flashed through my mind. I mean, I don't think what happened here was just a simple accident. I think somebody trapped us here on purpose. Really, it's the only thing that makes sense. New sprite, new sprite. Here. There's just too much that doesn't add up. Mayo's friends, Kuranari's friends, and my co-workers should all know that we're trapped here, right? True! Oh my gosh, real. Yeah, exactly. So what happened to them? I haven't really brought this up that much, to be honest, either. But I was like, they should know. Like, the company should know, like, hey, like, is everyone accounted for? No? Interesting. Well, I guess we're just gonna not move our hands, or like, yeah, we're working on it. We're just working real slow, really slowly. Everyone should know, so how are they not saying anything? So why doesn't anyone come? Even if there's some reason that they can't get inside, divers should at least be knocking on the windows. Besides, we still have power. The only communication system to the outside is down. Only the communication system to the outside is down. We still don't have any idea what caused the alarm before the accident and the blackout. And we don't even know why the high-pressure intake fan stopped working either. It's almost like everything was set up to trap us here. I didn't know what to say to her. It all made sense to me. I was like, yeah, that sounds good enough. Actually, I had been feeling the same thing. The reason that I hadn't been able to realize it was maybe that I didn't want to face reality. It makes you think, though, like, in the Tsugumi route, because we did actually get out. So, like, where were they taking us to? Were they not actually, like... I don't know, like, were they not actually taking us to safety, maybe? Were they actually, like, taking us to, like, oh, there's still people down here and they're making a fuss, let's... I don't know, like take them to an experimentation room because they have the virus now, or, like, what happened? The reason that I hadn't been able to realize it was maybe because I didn't want to face reality. I sneaked a look at Yu's face. She clutched her knees and turned her helpless gaze to the water's surface. Her lips were a bluish color, but it wasn't all the fault of the lighting. Yu was always more upbeat than everyone else around her. She was a powerful presence for me, but right then, she seemed very small and fragile. No matter how tough she acted, Yu was still just a girl at heart. It had been a quick 3 days since the accident. It only made sense that she would be feeling the strain. Swallowed into the deep, dark ocean, we lost the warm spring sun. I can't let her go on like this. I have to cheer her up somehow. That was how I felt deep in my heart. Friends help each other, right? Kid, you can see the future, can't you? Tell me how things are gonna turn out. I think we'll be saved. that sounded like yeah, I think we'll be saved. I don't know. It's seeming pretty all right. Is that a premonition or just an optimistic guess? Of course, it's... I wanted to say a premonition, but couldn't. Saying it was wouldn't work. You could see through a lie. I thought about it. The third perspective. The third eye. True wisdom. And as my voice dies, hold on, let me take a sip of water. Alrighty. I'm also, like, having trouble saying the words as well as I feel like I should. I've been sneezing a lot today, and, like, during one of the sneezes, I accidentally, like, bit down on my tongue really, really hard. And so now it's swollen. And so that's great when you're trying to read out loud. That's awesome. This is truly, truly one of the experiences of all time. Me when I try not to fumble the batting when she's emotionally vulnerable. It's like, what do you think? I think it's okay. It's like, are you sure? Well, kid, he's trying his best. He's trying his best. But it's also like, I don't know. He's obviously not seeing... He could just be honest and be like, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I can only see the future sometimes, you know? Omnipotent, all-seeing vision. The power to make light shine once again. I thought that if only I had that, but it didn't exist. It couldn't possibly. It's not a premonition or a guess. At the very least, it's a promise. Promise? Yeah, a promise. At least, I hoped it was. That it was a promise that would materialize. That we would be able to get you out of there. What about yourself? I held up my hand as if taking up an oath. Not any of this Takashi bullshit ever again. No more sacrificing yourself. You know, no, none of it. No. You're getting out of here too, kid. I can't promise that you'll live. I can't promise that you're not going to catch a virus here in a few days. But, like, I promise that you will also get out of here. Please, game, please. Biting your tongue is so bad. It's probably one of my most hated, most common sensations. It is, yeah. It's pretty bad. What's another one that's up there? I think I feel like I have like some, I don't know, like I feel like something like that, or like having just dry mouth in general, I think, is like really bad. Different things like that. It's just like it can really mess up your entire existence. Honestly, those two things, they can really mess up your entire existence. So I held out my hand as if taking up an oath. I approached you, but then she spoke. And what if you break it? I won't. I'll see that you're safe. For sure? There's not even a 1% chance you're wrong? There's not even a 0.00000000000000000000000000000000000% possibility. It came back. I don't fucking believe it came back. It literally came back in all of its glory. Gosh darn it, I hate this game. I hate this game. I pointed my finger at my heart and promised you. Talk about promising more than you can deliver. I crossed my heart and hoped to die. Oh well, I suppose I'll have to trust you. And break a needle in my eye. I wouldn't break my word to you. May 4th. I've also never heard the break a needle in your eye bit. That sounds terrifying. I think I have heard of it maybe once before, but man, that was a long time ago. Why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to do that? That's so ominous. Now we know that you're something bad's gonna happen to you. And, well, something bad's gonna happen to you, the kid, and then you's gonna be just fine. You's gonna be A-okay. Pepper in my eye. Yeah, pepper, or like, cutting onions. That's pretty bad. You should know that you can't have a visual novel protagonist without isn't self-sacrificing. Yeah, but also, like, what if you don't die? What if you don't die, kid? Have you ever thought about that? Wouldn't that be kind of cool, kind of nice, kind of dope? Forget about the buoyancy, man. Stop thinking about it. Biting the inside of my cheek. Yeah. Stubbing my toe, hitting my funny bone, all suck. Yeah, hitting funny bone especially. I feel like that happens a lot, and then like stubbing my toe. I think that was the one that I was thinking of when you originally said biting the tongue is bad. It's like it's biting the inside of the cheek. That's like it's also really, really awful. It's usually stick a needle in my eye. Interesting. Hope to die and stick a needle in my eye. Oh yeah, that's what he said. I might not have read that. Yeah, I might not have read that correctly. Interesting. The next day after breakfast, you and I went to the security office. And she's gonna try and brute force the password again. Girl, you gotta try better options. You gotta have something else in the back burner, please. The first time hitting the funny bone was a soul-altering experience. Ever since the funny bone was hit, it's never been as bad as the first time since then. I mean, I guess that's fair. I feel like I've been hitting the funny bone since like before I can even remember. So, it's always... But there's always like a period where it's like you haven't hit the funny bone in a while, and suddenly it becomes like not as bad. It's basically like the longer interval in between hitting the funny bone, the worse it becomes when you hit it again, and it's like, oh my gosh, okay. Like, oh, okay, cool, awesome. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'm not dying. No, I would never. I would never. So she tried to access the computer network again. I plan to stay and see her through it, but tap. Oh my god. Access denied. Cannot log in with a given name at this time. Oh, interesting. At this time. So Sora really did say, no, you can't do this. You can't do this. Give it up, please. I'm begging you. It seemed like she still couldn't get past the security. Oh no, it looks like it's no good. Yu's shoulders slumped dejectedly. Isn't there anything else you can do? I could enter by cracking the system open and get Lima to remove the protection mechanism. Why don't you ask Sora? Come on, ask her. Ask her. She's your best friend or whatever. You stopped talking and looked down. Don't you want to find out what happened to your father? That... You have a right to know. There could be information being kept from you. So are you going to try and get the truth, or are you just gonna let these doubts nag at you forever? So, Yu, what do you want to do? In the end, it's up to you, so... You should do what you want to do. How many different times can we say you in one sentence? Again, so glad that I changed the spelling of you, because this is crazy. That's ridiculous. Yu stared at her fingers, then she looked at the display. Finally, her eyes drifted to the ceiling. Yu gave a nod after a while. It might be a lot to ask, but I'll ask Mayo for her help. Good. She wasn't wrong. She didn't need to feel intimidated. Alright, I'll go ask her for you. With those energetic words, I bounded out of the security office. Oh buddy, oh. Oh kid, oh buddy, old pal. Oh, I feel so bad for her. It's just like, why won't my brother pay attention to me at all? It is him, right? You're like suffering in the corner after getting the shit slapped out of you, and he comes back and it's like, oh, he finally remembers, thank goodness. Hey, can you help you with something? Like, I'm really close with her and I just want to make sure that this gets done. Oh, okay, sure. Sure, of course. As I was sprinting down the corridor. Wait a second, where is Sara anyway? Finally, I realized something. I should have checked the monitor in the security office. But I thought I looked stupid going all the way back again. I thought I might ask Sora. But then I saw Sara cutting across the far corridor. Also, we still seen little snippets of Coco in this route, I believe. Still, we've just been skipping over them because we've already seen them. I immediately went after her. Sara went into the infirmary. I went in after her. Sara!
Jeez, you scared me.
Sara jumped, startled. I also forgot that you and Sara have kind of similar voices, and then I made hers higher and hers lower, and then when Coco came around, I made hers higher again, and it's there. You jumped, startled. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to surprise you.
I'm exhausted, so cut me some slack. My mind and body are shot.
Sara's haggard expression told the same story. I remembered the fight the day before with Tsugumi. She probably had a sleepless night. Were you thinking about going to sleep now?
Yup.
That's not your voice.
Yup. Huh? Is there something wrong?
Actually... I explained the details to Sara. And about Yu's father going missing. Hey, just a little something to say for someone out there, me. Wishing you all a day full of smiles because you absolutely deserve every single one. Fair enough, fair enough. Welcome on in, Kenneth. Welcome on in. No hat. This ain't my universe. The hat is going on a journey. It's on its own journey, all right? Listen, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm taking the hat off. The bag is off. No work today. Nothing. Head empty. We're just playing a game. We're just playing the game. Also, hello. I hope you've been doing well, Kenneth, or at least trying to do a little bit better. Hello. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah, it's interesting. So I guess she's not gonna react to it. She's gonna be like, yeah, sure. I'll be interested if she shows even like an ounce of like her sad expression again, of just like, oh yeah, like that's what you meant. Okay. Like, you know, I really want her to like react to it. About her father at Limu about her working at Limu to find clues about his fate. There we go. That her search was being blocked by some protective mechanism in Limith.
Wow, I had no idea about any of that.
Yeah, well, you and I can't figure it out alone.
So, what is it that you want me to do?
Well, we were hoping you could try taking out Lima's security so that we can get into the network.
Cracking the security, huh?
I feel bad asking you when you're so tired, but could you do it for her?
Sure.
If you wouldn't mind, she's really...
I said sure already.
Really?
Yup. I mean, it's to help Nakyu, right? I can't very well say no.
Thanks. I grabbed Sada's hand and shouted happily. I was so happy I could have jumped for joy. Actually, I did jump. I was sure that things would go fine.
Hey, wait! Kid, what are you so happy about?
Huh?
All I said is that I'd help Nakyu. This doesn't really have anything to do with you, does it?
There's nothing to do. There's nothing in this for you, as in you, the person, as in you, not you. They really did need that extra name for her.
So what are you so pumped about?
Well, of course I'm happy. Yu's a good friend of mine. Sada stared at me suspiciously. Okay, she is kind of like briefly reacting like, oh, okay. I get it. What? Sada patted me on the back. Huh?
Uh-huh, so that's what's been going on.
Sada shot me a sly grin. I had a bad feeling about the whole thing. Just don't go imagining anything stupid. I'm just...
Dear Jove! Love, 'tis a beautiful thing. Fret not, dear kid. I shan't tell a soul.
Must feel awkward that doesn't love you enough to remember you, but it's okay. It's okay. What the heck is Sada talking about? Well, you was waiting, so we best be going. I started heading for the security office while pulling Sada's hand. Sorry. But in the end, my arm got yanked. Whoa! I lost my balance and stumbled forward, leading on Sada. Without missing a beat, she grabbed my left thumb and squeezed it tight. She's still going for it, though. She's still like, are you really the same person? I have to know. I have to know, please. She drew close to me and whispered in my ear.
To tell you the truth, I'm a bit jealous. I'm jealous, but...
Huh?
But since it's you that she's gone for, I'll let it go.
Why couldn't she just be normal about it? I mean, it's like... I mean, I guess, like, the context of, like, since it's her route that you're going for, like, I guess I'll let it go. But also, why can't you just phrase it any better? Why does it have to be so weird with you? Again, I guess they're just trying to keep it secret. It's like the rug being pulled out from under you. As she spoke, she pushed me away and slapped me on the back. I was getting more and more confused, but I'm not. I'm not. Thank goodness I did that route first, because otherwise I'd be like, what's going on here? 8:07 a.m.
Alright, shall we get started?
Sada sat in the chair, popped her knuckles, and faced the keyboard.
Mayo, I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. You're in good hands with me.
Hopefully you can help, Sada.
Trust me.
Sada started tapping away on the keyboard. A number of windows popped up on the screen.
First, let's try stealing a password.
Her typing was fast and rhythmical. Finally, a list of files came up. She opened... How... Again, she's gonna get this done in like 5 minutes, and you was over here taking like 10 hours just like typing in different passwords. Like, nope, 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 not this one, nope, not this one. Oh, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. She opened one of the files. She opened a search window and started pouring through the files.
Let's see. Huh, it's not there. In this kind of OS, the file should be saved here, but...
What are you looking for?
The password hash values.
What's that?
It's an unchangeable string of letters or numbers created by a mathematical function when a user sets a password.
What?
If you can find the hash, then it's easy to get a password. For example, if you save a large number of hashes and compare them with the hash values in the password file, then...
Can you make it easier to understand?
Alright, so basically it's like the password's fingerprint.
I got it. I vaguely remember learning about this at one point in my life. Yeah. Flashbacks to VLRs. Phi and Sigma. Phi and Sigma. Oh yeah, Phi and Sigma had a scene as well where she was going over she was looking over the files as well. I forgot about that because I keep thinking about Lotus and her scene. I was like, yeah, there was a scene like that.
All right, it's basically the password's fingerprint.
Walk you. Hold on, one moment. I'm gonna take another sip of water. Probably. Alrighty. I'm more so thinking about the parallels to Kid and Sada. Like the... Oh, you mean like the fact that like related. Yeah, more so like the related aspects of it. I see, yeah. There's also that as well. I would say, I don't know if... I mean, Kid and Sada definitely don't have the same back and forth banter, like the the well-timed banter that I think Phi and Sigma do, but I would say overall, I can definitely see like the parallels there. Again, it's like another plot point that gets borrowed essentially.
It's the same as a fingerprint. The hash always reflects the characteristics of the original. And the modulation pattern is always derived from the character lineup of the original.
I still don't get it. I think it's just beyond me. Sorry to bug you.
I wiped away sweat and walked a short distance from Sara. Yu watched Sara as she leaned against the wall. I headed over to her.
I wonder if there is a file that only the root authority can access. Even if I did find it, it could be randomly sequenced. That means I'd need another message.
Sara mumbled to herself as she worked. Occasionally, Sara would fiddle with her ribbon or tap her fingers on the desk, so it didn't seem like she was having much luck.
I wonder if this'll work.
Maybe.
But no matter how good Sara is, this isn't like a contest.
Look, the contest Mayo won wasn't just any contest. The code she decrypted was a 68-bit strong code.
I'm not really sure how incredible that is.
The strength of a code depends on how long the key it is when the password is encrypted. The longer it is, the harder it is to decode.
You still don't quite get it? Well, how about a specific example? So if a 1-bit password is encrypted, it can come out in one of two ways. For example, it says that E is the letter, and that can either be encrypted as 0 or 1 with a 1-bit key. When this becomes a 2-bit key, the possibilities are double the code, or 4. So for the example E, it would be either 00, 01, 10, or 11. So with a 3-bit key, what do you think happens?
Let's see. There's 2 ways for 1-bit and then 4 ways for 2-bit, so...
Oh, no. I was hoping the game wouldn't ask me because I was like, sure, okay. There's 1-bit, there's 2 ways for 1-bit and then 4 ways for 2-bit, so it's 2 to 1. So 3, so it should be 6 ways, right? Yeah? Is this gonna matter? Hold on, let me save. Let me save beforehand. Kid you Malak? Okay. Hold on. I'm going with 6 as my final answer. Also, for no reason, let me go ahead and pull up the guide. Let me pull up the guide because I forgot to get that up. I don't know where we were in the guide. I think the guide, honestly, when it comes to Kid, is just like exclusively focused on Coco because that's the only one that matters over here. The other ones, it seems like pretty, I don't know, like you can figure it out yourself, I guess. So I wasn't really paying attention, but let me check. We're on... The guide also doesn't say like day 4. It says Erstentag and like other names, and it's like, I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. It's all the way at the bottom. Oh shit. It's 8 ways, apparently. Apparently, I think, because that's the one that gets points with you. It's all the way over here. All right, so I had just been stalling on like the top of the screen and wasn't actually paying it. Like it's all the way further down. I found our place now. Okay. Tracking a 64-bit code is very impressive, as I'm learning right now because apparently I got this wrong. Seriously? I want to know what happens. She says, "Are there 6 ways?"
Wrong answer. Afraid not.
Okay, and then she goes into her next thing essentially. Okay, how do I can't load. I can't load? I literally cannot load. Can I leave? Can I quit the game? Can I return to title? Let me do that instead. I'll get the correct answer, I promise. Let's continue. I'm so smart because of course I know that there... Oh shit, what did I do? Definitely don't want that. No, we don't want that either. What was it at before? Hold on. Was it this? Text box 2? No, I think it was at 3. What have I done? I think it was this one. Okay. All right, cool.
Let's see. 8 ways? Of course I know this, of course. Are there 8 ways?
Bingo, you got it. So, a 3-bit key for the letter E could be 000, 001, 010, 011, 100, 101, 110, or 111. A total of 8 combinations.
Okay, this is the shit that I learned about in school. I was like, oh god. Oh god. Can we now? Can we now? No. I see, so that's why.
Every time the code key increases by 1, the number of code patterns increases exponentially. So for a 4-bit key, there would be 16 combinations, and for 5-bit, 32. So let's say that this had a 68-bit key. A 6-bit would be 64, a 7-bit would be 128, an 8-bit would be 256. Don't do it, game. I'm pulling up the guide. The right answer is 2 to the 68th power. Okay. You was doing the calculations on the security office calculator. She pulled up a calculator for it too. She was like, that's crazy. Okay. So the number of code patterns that could be possible is roughly 2.951479052 times 10 to the 20th power, or 295 quintillion, 147 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 179 even billion, 352,825,856 different ways. Are you keeping up, kid? No, I'm not. It's like looking for a hair on the whole of Earth's planet, including the oceans. That's the code that Mayo decrypted. What the hell? Holy shit, okay. But you know what? What's so incredible about it is that Mayo was able to do it. Isn't that Mayo was able to do it, but the method she used to do it.
The method?
Yeah, there are 2 ways of finding a password. One involves difficult mathematical calculations. The other is a method that has to do with trying every key. It seems like she couldn't find an algorithm to work for the first method. So a normal person would opt for the second option. And that's using all the computers around the world participating in the contest. If you didn't, they say the calculations would take tens of thousands of years. That's you speaking. But Mayo did it differently.
She didn't?
Yup, she sure did.
Or it's saying she didn't.
Mayo put together her own algorithm and did it using difficult mathematical calculations. And just 7 days after the completion started, she found the password.
She what?
She what? And none of this even really matters or gets brought up on the SADA route, honestly, which is kind of crazy. It was too incredible. It didn't seem real. I should have been surprised, but I wasn't. It's just too hard to imagine that the girl in front of me could do that. Sada, what in the world are you? Is this also like super brain power is also a part of the experiments? Is that like a side effect of it? Or maybe she's just really, really good. That could also be it.
This isn't right.
Sada pounded her fist on the console.
It's not working?
Obviously not. Stop asking me about every little thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just a little irritated.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry for asking you to do this.
Hey, why don't we take a break? I made some coffee.
You had made coffee for the 3 of us.
Here you go, Mayo.
You handed Sada her coffee.
Ah, thank you so much.
Sada's coffee came with milk and the sugar bowl.
Hey, didn't you say you weren't supposed to put anything in coffee? Didn't you say that?
It's okay, Mayo's a special exception
because I like her, but fuck you, kid. All right, whatever. I don't care anymore. Did they say that she brute forced it or made an algorithm? They're saying that she made an algorithm. she made her own algorithm essentially to figure it out. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. I'm gonna be honest. It's completely out of my wheelhouse, so I'm not entirely 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure they were saying like, yeah, she made an algorithm to do her own mathematical calculations, essentially. So, kind of crazy, kind of wild, but okay, sure. She could just do that.
Yep. That's right.
Hey, that's not fair.
Oh, stop complaining. You and I are different than you, that's all.
Leave it to you to change the rules. Not wanting to start an argument, I silently put milk and sugar in my coffee. After a bit, you ask Sara.
So, how are you doing, Maya? So far, I've got nothing.
Sara turned her palms out, letting them face the ceiling. She meant she had zilch.
Wow, so this is even tough for you, Maya. This must be some security. To tell you the truth, the security here is way above normal. I don't think that they're using just a normal firewall. They seem to have some kind of improvements on the daemons as well? The demons? The demons as well? I don't know.
Huh? Firewall? Firewall? What? Huh?
A firewall is a way of protecting a network from an unknown intruders. Daemons reside in the OS and the memory. They're responsible for all of the...
okay, I get it, thanks.
he clocked out. He was like, nah. If Akane were here, he would just be so zoned out. It's like, nah. That's it. I'm not asking any more questions.
It's that tough, huh?
Sara nodded. Normally, this kind of OS software is put together using C. So I tried to attack it using DOS, but it's been reinforced. I'm having trouble finding a hole in the security. The conversation, mostly Sara talking, might as well have been some alien language.
Well, when it gets that complicated, that's pretty much my limit.
She's like, well, I don't know what you're saying.
I'm getting more and more suspicious about this database. I wonder what Liv Leech was trying to hide with all this security. Yeah, it's really strange. This isn't your average company's security system.
I suddenly remembered that on the first day, Sora had told me that the reason why Liv Leech built Limu was a corporate secret. What does connection DOSing have to do with C? I almost made the comment, I was like, I wonder how much of this is actually any of this is real. Because, you know, hacker scenes notoriously, as actual hackers have pointed out, are like, hacker scenes in movies are like, what does any of this mean? Like, what does any of this mean? This is complete and utter bullshit. Which is always fun to see. I wondered if it could be related.
Hey, can't you use the program that worked to win that decoding contest, Maya?
Oh, that's an idea.
And if we can figure out the root authority password. That's impossible.
Why?
I did a check on the code strength. Guess what it was?
What?
136-bit.
What?
What?
That means the number of possible patterns is 2 to the 136th power. What the hell? Okay. DOSing would only work with on an OS in any language, but it doesn't matter that it would just be C. They're just like, yeah, but it's specifically C. I guess just to add more jargon, essentially, to be like, yeah, this is so complicated, right? But isn't C, I don't know, what is C compared to C# in programming language? What does it mean? Is it, I guess, is it an upgrade? Is it different? I don't know. I don't know. Also, these bit counts are so odd. Usually bits are to the power of 8, traditionally 64-bit or 128-bit. I mean, it wouldn't be super odd. Well, for the coding thing, I don't know. It, or the hacking thing rather. It's like, I don't know. I've never been a part of a contest, so I wouldn't know. For Lemith to be like so high strung, to have a really weird like password encryption thing, I can see that happening, honestly, because they're trying to hide literally a bunch of dead bodies in the basement. So Fair enough. Fair enough. In the simplest terms, C is lightweight and fast, but you have to manually do a lot of stuff. C sharp is object oriented. It can do a lot cooler stuff, but it's slightly slower. I see, because I'm only familiar with C sharp, so it's like, what are they saying? As in, like, I've never done anything with it, but I read a book on it once. So I was like, how is that different from the other one? Interesting. Okay. Well, today I learned. And it is also time for the first break of the stream. Let me go over to, I guess we'll go to burp screen here. Generally, you write an OS in C because you need the OS to be as fast as possible. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense, actually. That makes sense. Okay. And then other things would be written with C sharp because it's more, again, more object oriented. So it's like, it's better. It's better for like specifics, maybe specific applications in that sense. Okay. But in that case, I will be back and we'll learn more about whatever Sada has to say, even though it's complete bullshit. Even though what she's saying, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's more like jargon things. But we will be right back in 3 minutes. Stretch, get some water, all the good stuff, and I will see you then. Alrighty, I am back. Let me go over back to game screen. And I think we're probably gonna go for like maybe like an hour more. I think maybe an hour more, and then I think I have to probably call it. Part of it too, actually, we know what would help. Hold on. Where the hell? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So this room is very, very cold. I have a heater. So I typically have the heater on all the time. But what happens is that I keep forgetting. Ever since basically, if you don't know, with like, I guess like tracking software and things like that, you need to have a really good lighting source. You have to have a really, really good lighting source. Otherwise like a model will like constantly glitch, you know, like constantly stutter and things like that. So I have like a ring light, and it's like right behind the monitor. It's like pointing towards my face, and so it's really hot. It's really hot, and I forget. It's like suddenly I no longer need the heater on, because it's like it's already hot, it's already burning. That's what it is. It's probably making me feel worse than I already feel. So let's turn that off and hope for the best. But probably, if I had to guess, maybe like another hour. So even if you had what it took to get the password, by the time you found it, Sara held out her fist and opened it up. Boom. She was right. Limu I can't read. Limu was going to go in 3 days. There we go. Yeah, so we don't have the time to find the password, essentially. Okay, so that's an interesting one. That's an interesting like additional layer, a barrier, essentially. You indeed don't need the double heating. Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm getting like a fever. I wonder what this is. It's like, oh yeah, because there's literally 2 different sources of heat. Like I'm burning up in here. I'm burning up. That's why I was like, I'm not realizing it. You was depressed.
Isn't there anything else you can try?
Well, there is one thing. There is one trick I haven't tried.
What's that? A ray of hope returned to Yu's eyes.
Everything I tried up until now has been cracking this or using random orthodox methods.
There's no such thing as orthodox cracking, is there?
Sara ignored me and went on talking. She was like, "Shut up, kid. Shut up. Shut the hell up." Okay, fair enough.
What's left is a kind of cracking that doesn't require technology.
It's called social engineering. I legit thought that she was gonna be like, it's a new type of cracking the code called literally calling up Sora and just asking her what the fuck the password is. Just ask her, like, what the hell is the password? I thought that was what she was gonna say, but no, apparently not. Social engineering.
What's that?
Simply put, it's using social behavior to get information. For example...
Sara stopped, as if it was hard to say.
For example, finding a person that works for the company operating the server you want to attack and tricking them into giving you a password.
Yeah, pretty much this. This is still... I'm gonna be honest, I don't know half the stuff that she says. I don't know. I don't know half the stuff that she says was saying, basically. But, like, this is still, like, talked about any sort of, like, security course. Even the most basic ones, this will always come up. This is a very... Even today, this is still a thing, right? So... well, that's basically social engineering. I don't know if she's gonna use it on Sora. I think Sora would be a little bit too smart. I also think it's a little... I don't know. I guess it's true, but it's not, like, deceiving her, right? It's not pretending to be like, hey, I'm your boss. Please tell me your password. I need it right now. Instead, it's being like, hey, can you just tell us? Like, this is literally her dad. What the hell? Why are you so mean? So, is the light incandescent? LED should not be giving off heat. I have no clue. I have no clue. It's a ring light that I bought off of Amazon for, like, I don't know, for like $20. So I just didn't want it because like previously when I first started using the model, I had a lamp light and I just had it directly in my fucking face. And I couldn't put it like behind my monitor because it was too short. So it's kind of like slightly off to the side, but it's directly in my face. And I've been reading with something like right in front of me, kind of like with my screen being blocked for, I don't know, like a week or two before I switched to this. I was like, maybe I should do something about that. I look kind of freaking insane. But yeah, that was in front of my face for like 2 weeks, and I was like, yeah, I'll go and get another light. So it's here now. The weakest link in any security system is always the human element. True. True. That's why you have people saying password 123. Didn't they do a study on that? Like, still somehow, I don't know if it's relatively recent or within the past 10 years, let's say, where it's like somehow still the most common password in the world is still password 123 or something, and it's like insane, my god. Insane, ridiculous, but okay, I guess we could just do that too.
For example, finding a password that works for the company operating the server you want to attack and tricking them into giving you the password.
You get it by tricking someone.
You're talking about tricking Sora.
Oh, we are gonna do that. How do we do that? How are we doing that? Sara nodded.
There's no way we could do it. Even if we could trick Sora.
Of course, it's not something I want to do either. From Sora's perspective, she can't very well leak company information. And I won't try and force her, but that's how you get information illegally. But if you're set on getting that information no matter what, you don't have much choice. I just want to know that. I just want you to know that.
I couldn't think of anything to say. We were using a computer to do it, so it didn't seem real, but we were actually trying to deceive someone to get information. What are you gonna do? Like put on a hat? Put on like your mother's company uniform? Like what do you mean by deceiving instead of literally just asking her, what's the password? What's the password, please? A good security system will notice these common passwords phrases and will reject them. Yeah, that is true. They will reject them. What was it? It's not like specifically, I don't have a problem or an issue with things that are like password 123. I think it's like password systems where it's like, I can't remember the specifics behind it, because it's not, I don't have an issue with password 123 or even the ones that were like, this was one of your previous passwords, don't use it again. Don't use it again. Don't use it. Oh, but it's like the ones where it's like it needs to be this specific and you need a certain character and make sure that there's an underscore in it and make sure that they need to do this and that. I don't know. It's kind of like those ones specifically, where it's like it's really stringent about like what you can use as your password, and it's like, how am I gonna remember this? How am I gonna remember this if you keep doing that? So, but ones where it's like they reject the password 123, that makes sense. Even though people find new and common ways to still do a variation on it, so. We were using a computer to do it, but so it didn't seem real, but we were actually trying to deceive someone to get information. That was exactly what we were trying to do. A system's biggest bug is the people who use it. There you go. Black Blue, you were a writer on this game, you just didn't know it. You literally just said it. My mom used to say that a lot. In that way, maybe we're all bugs in Lena's system. You stared straight at Sara.
I agree with you, Mayo.
But I just can't do it. Really? I feel like we should be able to. I feel like we should. That's why I always say people should get a password manager. You only need to remember that password on remember the password of that one system, and it will randomly generate a password for every other account that you need. There's like do you mean like the basic password manager, like on a Firefox things, where it's like you're always worried about like those like having like security flaws if you're not constantly updating. If you're not constantly updating, which as we learned from Date Everything, sometimes I hate updating. To be fair, not with browsers, but with Windows specifically, because Windows sucks. Windows sucks. So I can't do anything to deceive Sora. Even if I lose the chance to find out what happened to my dad.
Mayo, I'm sorry for asking for such a difficult favor, but I think I'd rather try something else for now.
Sara looked down, but then lifted her face, grinning broadly.
Okay then, we'll do it your way.
Sara faced the keyboard again.
Sara.
Don't worry, no matter how stubborn this system is, it was made by people, and they can't be as stubborn as me.
Aw, aw, that's nice.
There's gotta be a weak point somewhere.
Sara began typing away. Just then, the room was bathed in a bright light. We covered our eyes. After a bit, our eyes got used to it. I squinted against the light, and there was... I'm a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, but also, like, I'm a little... Hi, buddy. We weren't doing anything, I promise, I swear. Come on. Come on. Help out little buddy, old pal, please. Please. Pretty please. Okay, we are so screwed, man. We are so screwed. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? I think she's not even like in control. Like her eyes have like the anime eyes of like the ooh, I'm a zombie. Ooh. So like I don't even think she's like in control of herself right now. They just programmed her as like if you think something's amiss, go attack. Now what's going on in here? Now what's going on in here? Aw, we're in trouble with mom. Sora? Sora was floating in the air and surrounded by a bright ring of light. Hopefully not anything like the light that I'm using right now because it's also bright in my eyes. It's also bright in my eyes. That is something because like beforehand when I was streaming and it was just the Vtuber model, I would stream in the dark. I would stream in, not really the dark per se, but like in low lighting. I had like my desk has like the gamer lights the gamer lights kind of like as a thing I can turn on, so I would just have those on. Typically I might have like a low lamp on and then I would just stream and it'd be kind of like nice and relaxing. It's a good way of like I'm streaming, I'm having fun, but I'm also like winding down for the day, you know. Don't get to do that anymore. Don't get to do that anymore. That's cool. Things that they don't tell you before getting a live 2D model. Sora was floating in the air and surrounded by a bright ring of light. She was looking down at us from above. She was wearing a white-looking cape that fanned out like a pair of wings. She looks like an angel descending from heaven.
What is it, Sora? Showing up all of a sudden. Sora!
Something wasn't right. There was some abnormal traffic on Limith, so I came to see what was going on. What are you all doing? Oh, literally, what are you all doing? Sora spoke politely, but her eyes were ice. We should have expected her to see through us. But why does she seem completely different than the Sora we were used to? Please answer.
Can't you tell by looking? We're trying to crack...
Sora has no qualms with telling the truth. She's just like, yeah, we're trying to break into the system. Want to help? Sora answered coldly. Do you all know the meaning of what you are doing?
Sora, please listen to what we have to say first. Yu's father was a member of the team that made Limith. In other words, he's your father too, Sora. But he disappeared 17 years ago. There was an accident here at the same time, and the cause of which was unclear. Something about the whole thing is shady.
And again, the idea, going back to you, of saying like someone is specifically trapping us down here is like, why? What do we have to do with it?
Both the accident and the disappearance of Yu's father, we think that there's probably something behind the scenes connecting them. So Yu is trying to get the facts about her dad. She's looking for the truth. Please, Sora. We aren't asking for your help, but please, just look the other way. Sora.
So that's what this is about. Tanaka-san's father was...
Sora?
If it was something I could... If there was something I could do, I would like to help you. If it were possible. Sora's eyes closed for a while. Then opened them. I understand your intentions, but my duty is protect Limith from intruders. So I am supposed to stop you. That is how I am designed.
I alone have no choice but to obey my orders. But that's not... Oh, what should I do?
Sora's shoulders shook, and she had a pained look on her face.
Sora, it's fine.
Huh?
It's alright. I think it'll work out somehow.
Work out somehow? Sora, what are you trying to do?
If Sora follows her current program, then she'll have to get in our way. But Sora doesn't want that. So I should just rewrite the program so that Sora can take the action she wants to take.
She wants to take. I can just do that. Yeah, like, of course. Like, didn't you know? Again, okay. All right. Interesting that we have, like, a genius on our side this time around.
I like how her sash looks like wings.
Yeah, she looked like a little butterfly, honestly. Even if her eyes were a little bit dead. Now she looks fine, though. Now she looks completely normal.
Can you do that?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Of course, if that's what you want me to.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with Sora's voice. Again, I'm not really in 100% for voices anyway, so sorry, I don't know what's going on. Sora's voice quivered slightly.
Sora, are you scared?
Yes, a little. No, I am very scared. And again, Coco didn't have any of these powers. So it really does feel like she gets the worst. Like, everyone just gets the worst of everything when Coco is around, specifically.
Let's not do this. I don't want my selfishness to cause any more problems for everyone. Be quiet, you. This has something to do with everyone, not just you. Okay, Sora, it's up to you.
Hey, Sora? I'd like you to listen to me and then decide after you hear what I gotta say. Sora, you said it yourself.
I am different from everyone else, but I want to be the same.
I wanted you to exist in the same way we do. And we want the same thing.
True, I want that. I don't want you to die during one of the endings. During the 2 endings that we've experienced so far. I kind of want that for you.
That's all I wanted to say.
Finally, Sora lifted her face and focused her eyes on Sora.
All right, I agree. Matsunaga-san, please do your best.
So what's happening? Because it was... I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, it was definitely pretty much confirmed that it was Coco's father who had led us into the Himmeldor in the other route. On this route, I guess we just have to assume that Sora can do literally anything so she can break her way into the system somehow, some way. Maybe. And then, is the father still there? Like, what's going on with the father? Is he still dying? Is he seeing this happening? Is like, no, you're not supposed to do that. Or does he just not care because he's trapped with a bunch of dead bodies right now, so it really doesn't matter to him?
As you wish. Mayo, you be careful. Please, don't hurt Sora. It'll be fine. Trust me.
Sora types on the keyboard.
Alright then. Sorry, Sora, but I'm going to take a look inside you now. Don't worry. Think of it like an X-ray.
Sora continued working as we watched. As we watched her deft hands, deft, never seen that word before, Sora's tense expression began to relax. It was then that Sora began to suffer.
What's the matter?
Please, stop! 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 Sora? Really cool lighting that we got going on, but also what's happening? What's happening? Hold on. System scanning error. Unauthorized access to the autonomic nervous system confirmed.
What happened?
How am I supposed to know? Dang, that sucks. Looks like I got snagged by the scan.
What's that mean?
that the surveillance program that's managing Sora discovered that it was being cracked.
Oh no.
Everyone, please escape at once!
What's gonna happen? Are you gonna explode? What's going on?
If you stay,
Why is this happening?
I may harm you. Huh? Escape. Hurry.
Intruder route discovered.
Oh no, I'm not gonna make it.
Sora held out her hand. I will now carry out elimination of the intruder. Our surroundings changed suddenly. We're no longer in the security office. What do you mean? We were in the middle of a roiling ocean. The water swirled loudly. What is this? Huh? How did Sora access Sora's source code if she can't log into the system? That's what I was saying in the very beginning. How do we access the file thing that she was doing in the beginning? How'd she do that? Don't think about it. I just did a little 1, 2, 3 and then rebooted the system, and yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Is it like that one like that one BIOS screen thing and she did something from there? But I don't know how that works. The one where you don't log in and then you control the fan and things like that. You can control like the fan speed and like other things like that, but you don't log into the actual computer. I think you get that. I don't know what it's called, but it's something with the BIOS essentially. It appeared as if we were being sucked in and having our bodies torn to pieces as an optical illusion? Cause can't we just leave? I tried to shout, but water continued to rush into my lungs and I couldn't breathe. What is happening?
Is this an RSD image?
You shouted that. Is this a form of torture? Cause surely, shouldn't we be allowed to sue? This is a little intense.
Everyone, close your eyes.
When I closed my eyes, the surrounding apocalyptic scenery seemed like a lie. The ocean current continued to amplify in my ears. It was all the work of a generated hologram, but my clothes are fine and I'm not sewing right now, right? So it's no longer scary. Oh, okay, sure. It is no use.
Please, stop!
The next instant, a high-frequency scream rang out in my mind. My head hurt so much that I thought it might split open.
Ah!
Unable to withstand it, I took out the voice converters I thought was causing the pain, but the sound went on. That is why I said it was no use. Sound is also being emitted from the room's speakers. Okay, so lol, yeah, Rex. As long as you are in Limu, you cannot escape. Is this... So, is Takeshi and, the rest of them, are they also experiencing this right now and being like, what the hell? I was just minding my own damn business. What does this have to do with me? Yeah, the BIOS, or the... Yeah, that. It lets you access the hardware, but it's before the OS, so anything on the computer's memory shouldn't be able to be accessed. So therefore... I don't know, just vibes and aura, just I just do a little password 1, 2, 3 and then I type. It's the hacker scene in all movies where they tap on the computer and everything works out. So I can't imagine. I mean, to be fair, I wasn't expecting Chikoshi and associated writers to be like, yeah, we just know everything about hacking, we're gonna get this so correct. I wasn't expecting that at all. But it is interesting to see. It's just yeah, well, she still made it work somehow. She still made it work somehow because she's a child prodigy. Don't worry about it.
Please, stop.
The pain was so intense that we were rolling around on the floor. How is this working?
I
am warning you. Remove yourself from Lemeth. Cease what you are doing immediately. I can't do that. We're trapped down here. We're literally trapped down here.
No! Please, Matsunaga-san. That is enough. Please, stop. I said no.
Okay. She's still nah, I can freaking die here. I don't give a shit. Okay.
I have to do this for Sora, for Nakio, and for myself, and not for Kid, because fuck him. He doesn't remember me. I won't lose to Libleek.
Sora continued pecking at the keyboard. This is your final warning. Desist immediately. If you persist in your efforts, I cannot guarantee your safety.
There has to be a hole somewhere in the security.
I was hoping for a Sora 800 to be. I thought like an android. Yeah, I thought like that's what she meant by her warning. Like an android would actually come and like hunt us down. Honestly, I thought that for a split second, but no. Apparently, it's just like we can't escape the feeling of being like. It's essentially like. What is it? What is it called? Is it like waterboarding or like the sensation, the idea that like you're drowning and therefore we're pretending that you're drowning, like, you know, like a torture technique thing. It's just, again, kind of unethical. Surely there's better ways of going about this. Surely there's better ways of deterring your hackers, but okay.
Matsunaga-san! What? I'm not giving up, no matter what! There is no... I will, from now, release one segment of my security. Please aim for it by sending a massive load of data.
How? What? How? Sure.
You mean cause an overload?
That wasn't her voice.
You mean cause an overload? Yes, that should make my system go out of control. I can't guarantee the outcome, but it might create a gap long enough for you to rewrite the system. Okay, please do it. With my power, I can only free it up for a short amount of time. Don't miss the chance. The chance will be 1/17th of a second. Maybe a little bit longer. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit more, maybe.
Where their face half dissolved from the ocean water, you can see the metal skeleton underneath. I think you can? It's like, no. But I wish something like that was true. You can kind of see her in pain though. Asphyxiation might be the term that you're looking for. Like, I guess just like general asphyxiation. There's a very specific term for it where it's just like you're dying and then you think that you're dying but you're not, and they're just like, whoa, how did you make that seem so real? That sort of thing. Also, if she's using sound, this goes way beyond normal waterboarding torture. You can actually die if the volume is high enough. That is true. You can literally, like, your eardrums can, like, literally, like, pop and you can, like, die. that amount is true. But it didn't seem like... Because it sounded like they were making it seem like rushing water. It's like, oh no, I'm underwater. But I don't feel the sensation of water, and also I'm closing my eyes, and therefore I can't see the sensation of water. So how does that work? That was what they were making it sound like. Anyway, 1/17th of a second.
Got it. Okay, here I go.
Beep.
A type 14 error has occurred.
Now, that's more than 1/17th of a second, but okay. Sorry, Sora, that's more than 1/17th of a second, but okay.
One segment of security. Sora pushed the key to enter. Has discovered an impediment. Beep. A type 7 error has occurred. Approaching a numerical limit.
I did it! How? Good job, Sora. Good job for you. I did it! A high frequency attack stopped. Aw, everyone's just in pain. Sora struggled in pain. Finally, her body began to tremble. Sora?
Sora looks bad.
A type 9 error has occurred. Division by 0 will be initiated according to application formatting.
Here goes the overload. What? What's happening to me? I am Akane Gatsuzaki Sora, system engineer in Limu's Research and Development Division, and assistant in charge of operating Limu.
You were a system engineer? Oh, I guess she said that. You weren't like a real person, is that what you're saying? I don't think so. I think she was just, I guess she was like helping, I don't know. Crackle. A part of the console sparked.
I will be your guide today during your visit to Limu. I guarantee your safety and the safety of everyone in Limu. I am the protector of everyone in Limu. I am the defender of all in Limu.
Crackle.
I am... Who am I?
Don't lose yourself. You are Sora. You are Kanegasaki Sora, and have been spending time with us.
I have... with everyone?
This is such an interesting... We're getting so much, like, characterization for her. And it's not even her route. This is nowhere near her route. So what the hell does Takashi have to do with any of this?
Beep.
A Type 34 error has occurred. Unanticipated orders are attempting to be implemented. Sora started suffering even more. Inside of you, there are two wolves. There are two wolves. Did you know? Is this what I was saying earlier? I remember that one, because I still don't know what the one character is whenever I boot up the game. I still don't know what she is. It's like, is it maybe her, like the second Sora looking in the shadows? Watch out for her. Otherwise, you may not see her. Otherwise, it's too late. She's hitting the buffer overflow. That is one of the songs in 13 Sentinels, and by the way, it is one of the best songs. It is one of the best songs. Sorry, I'm thinking about 13 Sentinels recently. And then something surprising happened. Sora split in two.
Sora is two?
You mean she divided?
It wasn't an illusion. Of course, given that it was all RSD generated, there was no guarantee that all of this wasn't an illusion. At least, I wasn't the only one who saw it. You and Sora seem to be seeing it too. The new Sora attacked, grabbing the old Sora by, Sora even. Grabbing the old Sora by the throat. Okay. Did I get this one? I don't know if I did. There's so many CGs for this one thing. And again, it's not even Sora's route. The two of them struggled equally. The two Soras. It was like an apple split into two pieces? No, it was like an apple reproduced in whole. Non-reductional division. I figured that it was a result of the overloading blah 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 limit.
Okay, I got the root authority.
Do it now. If you strike now, you can rewrite the system.
A fatal system error has occurred. Data may be damaged. Immediately initiate rebuilding. In 30 seconds, the emergency reset will initiate.
Hurry! Limit is resetting the system to rebuild it. You must act before that. Hurry!
Is this not, like, in some ways, like, endangering our lives? Somehow, some ways, it's not endangering us from the assurance that we have. The fact that we have lights in certain areas and, like, AC and air conditioning in other areas. This is kind of, like, it would be bad if the power went out for a lot of reasons.
Okay, just be
patient, Sora.
Sora typed the keys at a furious speed. All we could do was stand helplessly and watch. 17 seconds to reset.
Matsunaga-san, not yet!
Just a little more!
Sora continued pounding in code as she swiped the sweat from her brow. 7 seconds to reset.
Matsunaga-san!
I got it! I got it! Don't rush me! I got it! Sora stood as she ejected from the chair. 3 seconds to reset.
Okay, ninja technology technique! Time to turn the tables!
Sora struck the keyboard with her palm.
With her palm? What? With her palm. She just hit the keyboard, like, boom. Okay. Sure? Alright. The room was flooded with a bright light. The two of Sora's images began to overlap. The two fused into one. At the same time, the system underwent an emergency reset. In an instant, we were all swallowed into pitch blackness. Darkness and silence, colors and sound lost. Limit temporarily ceased functioning. How does that work? How are we not seeing the rest of the facility? If it's RSD generated, then surely we should still see the rest of the facility, unless the entire facility is RSD generated, and we're not actually where we think we are. But that can't be, because Takashi died. He drowned in the ocean. So I think we are where we say we are. But it's functioning really weirdly, because it's like we can't see without RSD. It's like, really? We can't see the rest of everything else? When we say there's a bench there, we've been sitting on the bench. That's not, like, generated. So
Huh. I don't know. And then, exactly 170 seconds later, Lemeth rebooted. I would love it if Takashi came in right now. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? What are you guys doing? Oh my god. The lights and other machinery restarted. He's too busy being friggin' drunk or whatever. Gosh darn it. Talking to Coco for whatever reason. I think 1/17th of a second is actually a normal gamer window, meaning Sada plays games, which for sure makes her best girl. It really was like a gamer window of like, yeah, so you're wanting me to play like a shooter game essentially. It's like, okay, I guess you're really good at shooter games and also rhythm games. Congrats, Sada, congrats. Today we learned. Back to the happy music. The fan of the window gave off a quiet whirring sound. Of the computer even gave off a quiet whirring sound. The display on the wall came online all at once. There was a surge of letters rushing across the monitor. The system startup screen, it finally switched to automatic operating mode. And then Sora appeared again before us. She seemed to suddenly appear floating in the air, but she still had a solid presence. She closed her eyes, and it looked as if she was embracing herself as she descended.
Sora!
Sora slowly opened her eyes.
Good morning,
everyone. Saying that, she smiled broadly.
Do you know who we are? Do you remember us?
I pointed at myself.
Yes, Kid-san. And Tanaka-san and Matsunaga-san as well. And Kuronari-san and Komachi-san, although they are of course not present.
What were they doing during that time?
Oh, I'm so glad you remember.
Yes.
Hey, Sora, I'd like to investigate Lemeth's sea level data. Could you help me?
Of course. I'll do my best.
Sora nodded slightly as she spoke.
Hey, there's something I'd like to know. Sora, what in the world did you do to rewrite the system?
Well, I actually didn't change anything. I just added a patch that changes the priority duties.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
That is correct. My processing routine has not been altered. However, now my duty is to serve you. To serve you is higher priority than that of my duty to protect Lemeth.
Oh. Is this ethical? I mean, at the end of the day, she was conflicting with herself, and she did say like, hey, I did want this and stuff like that, even when she was under priority to protect Lemeth. So at the end of the day, I guess this is in line with her wishes, I guess. But also, we technically programmed her to be like, yeah, we want you to do this. We want you to do this. Therefore, you're gonna do this.
Huh. I don't really understand, but does that mean you no longer have to stop us?
That is correct. And if it will be use to you, then I will show you the internal workings of Lemeth. Do you know then that we've been experimented on the same company? Do you have data on us? Also, Sada did everything that Tsugumi could never do because they were too busy fighting, I guess. But Tsugumi wanted all this data. It's like, you're lying about X, Y, and Z. But I mean, Sada did it. Sada did it, so, you know, it worked out for her.
Now then, shall we jump right into the search?
By all means.
Hey, you, what's wrong?
Yu was hunched over and quiet. She didn't look well.
Thank you, Sora and Mayo. You've done so much for me.
And then Sora said,
It doesn't sound like you, Nakyu. You can't choose what you have to do to... You can't choose what you have to do to get what you want, so please, just keep being yourself.
Sora waved her words away casually with the palm of her hand. I agreed with her completely.
She's right. Don't lose sight of yourself.
I agree.
Okay. And thank you, kid.
Huh? Me? I didn't do anything. Like, I literally didn't do anything.
What are you talking about? You're the one that persuaded Sara to help, right?
And my decision was based on your words of wisdom. We want the same thing. It was your advice that helped me to make up my mind.
I see. So that's what happened.
I felt a bit embarrassed.
Alright, now enough warm fuzzies. Let's start investigating.
Alright.
Yay! And so we restarted the investigation into Yu's father.
The only clue that we had to start off the investigation was Yu's father, Tanaka Yoichi. That's not true, because we also have the password for the mom as well. Actually, the work going on beneath the surface of Limu's exterior was all done by Sora. It looked like the system still couldn't be accessed by normal means. Sada was worn out, but she kept on typing. So are you going to tell us about the facility that's hiding dead bodies in the bottom? Because you now know that... Well, her priority is to protect us. If it has nothing to do with us, then... But wouldn't you... There's a submarine down there. So wouldn't you mention something about that now? I guess she didn't know specifically what was down there. She just knew, like, hey, there's a facility down there. I don't really know what's down there. But she could have been lying, because that was her priority, to protect Lemeth. Huh. Who's to say? Nearly half an hour had passed since Sora had disappeared inside Lemeth. 9:52 a.m. I'm shocked that Takeshi and Tsugumi didn't come in here being like, y'all, what the fuck? They really did not show up. What were they doing then? Sora suddenly appeared from inside the console.
Are you finished?
I can only tell you what I was able to learn, but... Good work! So, what did you find out?
It didn't work?
No, I have uncovered various facts. In that case, hurry up and tell us. Sora? Sora stared straight at Yu. Her serious expression made Yu wrinkle her brow. It didn't look like the kind of situation suitable for light talk or jokes. I wonder what Sora could have found. Tanaka-san, I want you to stay calm and listen. There is a possibility that your father, Tanaka Yoichi, has already died. I would have assumed, honestly. To be honest, I mean, you know, you're still looking for him, but, you know, I thought the whole point, to be honest, I thought the whole point was trying to find out how he died. Because it's been 17 years, and if he loved his family a lot, he would have at least, somehow, some way, if he wasn't under, like, constant captivity, which is, like, highly rare, it's like, he would have found some way to communicate. It's like, I'm fine, please don't worry about me, forget about me and move on, thank you, goodbye. Goodbye, forever. Huh. Huh? My father... dead? Yes. 34 years ago? 34 years ago. Huh? Hold on. What do you mean 34 years ago? I'm only 18 years old. I was born 18 years ago. How could anything as ridiculous as my father dying 34 years ago be true?
Yeah, Sora, what you're saying just doesn't match the facts.
Please, just stay calm and listen. Is this clones? Is this the cloning theory? I have not reached a final conclusion. I am merely saying that there is a possibility. First, I tried to search for information on Tanaka-san's father. However, there were no files pertaining to Tanaka Yoichi recorded in Limu's database. In other words, there are no records that anyone by that name existed.
So you're saying that Yu's father wasn't here,
So maybe like someone wiped the memories? Because he was involved in the accident 17 years ago, perhaps? I don't know what the fuck's happening right now. I don't know what's happening. It can't be true. But that's only based on limited information from the areas of files you can't access, right, Sora? You said there were areas you couldn't breach, right? Of course, that is correct. I am merely an interface program for Lemeth. I am not permitted to access high-security data. So, records about Tanaka Yoichi might be there. Sora continued, responding to Sada's question. That is a possibility that I can't deny. However, there is no such name on company name list, accounting records, or any of the message logs exchanged on the local area network. As far as these are concerned, no record of Tanaka Yoichi existed. That can't be! I'm sure that my father worked here at Limu. And besides, even if he wasn't here, that
That doesn't mean that he's dead, right?
Correct. Bang.
No, it's not correct. Tell me how you reached that theory. Nakio, calm down, please.
Sara grabbed Yu as she went to grab Sora. Yu was on the verge of losing reason and getting carried away by her emotions. I will explain my research and reasoning. But first, may I ask you a question? This may sound rude, but where did you hear that your father was an employee at Limu? That your father disappeared when you were 1 year old.
Oh yeah, it would have been 17 years ago, so it would have been when she was 1 year old. 1 year old. 1 year old, just one singular year. Sorry, I wasn't even doing the math in my head. I should have thought about that. I thought you had like memories of like, you know, like being like 5 or 6 and like being with your dad, you know, like going to an amusement park or something. But no, you wouldn't have any memories of your father at all. I thought maybe she was like that because she had those memories and she was like trying to hold on to it. But she really didn't have those memories. So she would have gotten all of that information from her mom then. Okay. Okay, and her mom, as we know, is freaking kind of crazy, to be honest. Kind of crazy.
If that is a matter of fact, then you should have no memories of your father. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I don't remember anything about my father. I don't remember us playing together or him holding me. But I'm sure that he was around until I was 1. There are pictures and films of that time. I'm sure he was there. I'm sure that my mom said so as well.
So that was the case.
Huh?
It is about your mother.
What is it? Why won't you say anything?
It's because...
What?
It is difficult to say.
It might be difficult, but you've already told me many difficult things. So tell me, what happened with my mother?
You're sure?
Yes.
Then I will tell you.
Stop! Stop doing this! Like, are you sure you want me to tell you? I want you to tell me, please! What are you saying? What are you saying?
Your mother, Tanaka Yukie, passed away 15 years ago.
What the fuck? So who have I been living with this whole time? What have I been doing? Is it like, for whatever reason, does she have the friggin', I guess they call it, in this game, they call it Courie syndrome. This is the Courie syndrome. Does she have Courie syndrome? Is there like a gap of memory? Like she thinks she's 18 years old, but she's actually like 32 years old? No. What are you saying? Sora, how could you tell me that? That's just not possible.
That is all I can tell you. I will display the detailed documents on the screen. Please refer to them.
You stumbled towards the display, sitting down in front of it. Sara and I read the display from over her shoulder. On the screen was a record from the company LAN. It was a notice of death. There's a file about the office procedures related to Tanaka Yukie 15 years ago. I'm sorry, I'm like so locked in. I forgot your chat is real. I'm surprised she's so obsessed with finding her dad. She's never even met him before. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I thought for sure like she was thinking about it because like, yeah, like she knew for sure. Like, yeah, like I have this memory of him going to work every single day, and it's like, where are you going to? We're going to work at Lemith because that's where I work, you know? What the fuck? What the hell? Or at least has no memories of him. Yeah, I don't remember. What did she talk about her mom? We're just getting to the lore drop now. Yeah, we're getting to the, I guess the lore drop. Basically, she did mention earlier that like her mom works at Lemith, and that's how we were trying to get into the like the password database initially when she was trying to brute force it. But we're just getting into it now. Also, hello Albert. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. There's a file about the office procedures related to Tanaka Yukie's death.
There's a message log on the messages exchanged among employees about notice of her death, and a funeral notice. The screen kept changing from one image to the next. The next thing was uploaded to the server read 020719. So that was on, it's read backwards. I was like February. No. Gotcha. So that was on July 19, 2002, 15 years ago. At the end of the files, what appeared was a record of an online conversation between employee Man A in the personnel section of the General Affairs Division and Woman B in the second section of the Research Division. A. But it was really a shock. What was? I mean about Yukie-san, Tanaka Yukie-san. Ah, yeah. Yukie-san was always so nice to me. Why did you spell her name like that? Why did it have to be with the U specifically? Yukie-san was always so nice to me. This is a woman and A is man. That's right. She was your boss, right? Do you know the cause of death? TB. TB. Tipla. So this has been around for a long ass time. What the hell? That again. It's the same now. It's the same as how her husband died. Her husband? Oh, what, you mean you didn't know? Is that so? Well, we really shouldn't talk about this at the company. Why? Why? Sorry, I'm mixing up the names. I'll tell you about it later. But Yoichi, why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Oh, I guess they're spelling the names like that to get past company, like, don't talk about them, essentially, or the company finding out that they talked about them, maybe? But Yoichi died 19 years... But Yoichi died 19 years ago, right? That's why I said we can't talk about it. I'm serious. And she had a child. That poor thing. She had a daughter, right? I feel sorry for her. I checked to see when the log had been saved. The date read 020719. That can't be. I won't believe it. I won't. I absolutely can't believe it. As she shouted, you fled from the security office. Not you. Sara followed after her. Sora and I remained behind. Did you understand? No! Fuck no! No! You think I understand this shit, Sora? What are you talking about? As I said before, when I searched the database for the name Tanaka Yoichi, the data which I can access had no records. However, the chat log that appears to be 15 years old. It seems to indicate that Tanaka Yukie-sama had a husband named Yoichi-san. Judging from the context of the document, I conjecture that if Yoichi-san had died 19 years beforehand, that would mean 34 years from now. By the way, but the name Tanaka Yoichi doesn't appear in any of the other data. Why is it only here? I can only speculate from my limited knowledge. All records related to Tanaka Yoichi-san were erased for a reason. Please read the 14 and 15 lines on this log one more time. A. What? Oh, you mean you didn't know? B. Is that so? The flow of the conversation seems unnatural. Yes. Originally, there seems to have been some text between these lines. Oh, okay. No, so it's like that. So you mean that someone had erased part of it? From A's comments, it would appear so. But Yoichi-san's name was left in B's comments. Oh, I see. It was because it had an... Why is this a choice? It was because it had an umlaut. It was because it was in English. Well, I don't friggin' know. Maybe it was written in English in the Japanese version. I'm gonna say umlaut only because I don't know what that is, and I'm guessing it's the two dots above the head. Let me check our almighty guide. Even though I don't think the guide has any answers for a while. I don't think the guide really cares, honestly. Yeah, up until this point, yeah, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. We're just gonna get the good and bad end after this. So whatever, choose whatever you want, essentially. I'm gonna say it because it had an umlaut. What probably happened is that when the computer was searching, it looked automatically for
Yoichi in Japanese and in English, erasing everything that it found.
However, B's comments were overlooked for some reason.
And her comments had his name spelled as Yoichi.
Yeah, okay. So it was intentional. It was intentional, huh?
Correct. So I tried to look for other similar comments by B. It appears that she had a habit of using abbreviated words and spelling words in her own way in her own communications with friends.
It seems to be a style particular to her.
There are numerous examples of her writing things such as "see you later" or "before" for before.
Yeah, but I think she knew that, like, Yoichi, why would she do that specifically, you know? It doesn't feel like, it feels like she would do that intentionally to be like, yeah, not to be like, Lamayo, Yoichi, just like me and my weird quirky way of spelling things, oh boy, you know? I don't think so. Also, hello, Words, thank you so much. Welcome, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on into the group of fellow star stuff in the galaxy here that is partially sick and partially losing their mind because what the hell? What the hell? Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. And it is also time for the second break of the stream. Would you believe me if I said, just one more scene? Just one more scene. Come on, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Come on. So I think I'm probably going to continue a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I just kind of want to. So, turns out you were right about the dots. Yeah, apparently so. Apparently so. No problem. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Good to have you. Good to have you. How did I know you were going to say that? Listen, all right? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Whatever. Let's not talk about it. All right. Let me go over to Burger Screen. If you are here, stretch, get some water, all the good stuff. I'm gonna be right back in like 3 or 4 minutes or so. I'm probably gonna make myself some tea a little bit. And then I will see you then, and we will continue with the insanity, the absolute insanity. Never mind. I took a little longer than I thought it would. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. I am back. Let me go over to game screen here. Alrighty. I'll put this over here. At least I have tea now. And then put this over here and back to the insanity. Back to whatever this is. Thank you for the welcome back. As she spoke, Sora pulled up samples of correspondences. But do you think that Tanaka-san is alright?
Well, Sara went after her, but I'm still kind of worried about her.
I wonder if I shouldn't have told her after all.
No, you did the right thing. No matter what the facts are, that's what you wanted to know, and you told her. You knows that. She's tough, she can take it.
You know her well.
No, not really.
My face started to flush. I started to fidget uncomfortably. Don't you think you should go see how she's doing?
Yeah, I will.
And I will get back to the work that I was in the middle of.
Oh, Sora! Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
Yes, what is it?
I just wanted to say, thanks for everything.
Oh, Sora's cheeks seemed to redden just a bit as she smiled shyly. I only did what is expected of me, and if that makes everyone happy, then I know no greater joy. With that ultimate smile plastered on her face, Sora disappeared into the display. I left the empty security office and went in search of you and the others. Aw. She's still kind of a great character. I don't know. I kind of like her. I tried to organize my thoughts as I looked for you. Where is Takeshi? Where is Tsugumi? What are they doing? Where is the ghost of Coco? Where are they? I realized that there are 6 things I knew for sure. 1. Yu's father, Tanaka Yoichi, apparently died 34 years previously. Yu's mother, Tanaka Yukie, died 15 years previously. 3. Yu had heard from her mother that Yoichi had disappeared 17 years ago. Why did she do that? So who the fuck is her mom then? So she... But who has she been growing up with this entire time though, right? If the timeline is to be believed, right? Which I don't think it should be. But like, if it's to be believed, then who has she been growing up with? This person who's been masquerading as Tanaka Yukie? Because obviously you would know your mom's name, right? Okay. 4. Yu's mother was still researching archaeology at Limu. 5. The written records of A and B, I knew that Yoichi and Yukie had a daughter. And finally, both of the parents' deaths had something to do with the Tiefblau virus, which we don't know anything about that on this route. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Had a daughter, but maybe it's not you? I wondered what we could possibly find out from those facts. I don't know, man. This is above my pay grade. I didn't expect this. 10:24 a.m. As I was walking the corridor, Sara suddenly appeared from around the corner.
Hey, kid.
Where's you?
Sara shook her head.
She told me she wanted to be alone.
I see. I wonder what I should do.
Kid, maybe you could go keep her company.
Of course I will. But I wonder what I should do.
Go and cheer her up.
Huh? I thought she said that she wanted to be alone.
That's exactly when a guy needs to go to a girl and give her a shoulder cry on. Gosh, you're so dense.
Well, what do I do? But you went and it didn't help, right?
That's different. I'm a girl. You're a boy. Got it?
That shouldn't matter.
Listen, no matter how much a girl pretends to be strong, she's always waiting.
For what?
For you to notice that I'm your fucking sister. It's obvious, isn't it?
Huh?
The hero who comes in to save her.
What is this? What? I was astounded.
Waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yep, that's all you're doing. Waiting and waiting and waiting, buddy.
Waiting for a prince on a white horse. That's just the way girls are.
Numbed by the conversation. He's like, I don't fucking believe it. I tried to argue.
I'm no hero, and I'm sure not a prince.
Maybe you just don't like you.
What a stupid thing to say.
Then go to her.
Sara pointed down the corridor.
All right. Worn down by the powers of Sara's persuasion, I gave in. But let me just ask you one more thing. Why me?
If it's just a guy, if it was just a guy was needed, Takashi would do.
Because it's settled.
Because it's already decided you're on the route. I know, I hacked into the files of the game. I already know that you're on her route. Huh?
I decided. Because I like you better.
I think it means more like decided better, like this is a better choice for her.
Huh? And I don't have many favorites, so count yourself lucky.
Sara let out a defiant laugh.
Listen up so you don't get lost.
What the hell? What the hell? Also, congrats on the redeems. I honestly forget that the redeems are there for sub alerts and things like that. the emotes that we have. I forget that you can do that. Makes sense though. Makes sense. It feels like it's a better way of like getting some more emotes and things like that. So, women, am I right, fellas? What was that? This really was. I'm not gonna say this was like the most Never 7 writing that we've had in the game ever 17 so far, in not a good way. I will say, which is kind of surprising. They didn't come out that long ago from each other, so I'm still expecting this type of writing, to be honest. But it was very much like, you're a guy, you just gotta do it, you just gotta go for it. And it's like, huh? Okay, sure, I guess. So interesting though. There is this I want to bring this up just in case, because I have been feeling it just for especially this stream, and I don't know how to feel about it. There is this underpinning, right, of shipping this is gonna be a romantic route between the kid and you. And to be fair, anything's fucking possible in this game, because I don't know, the age freaking to me, it says like I have the brain, the age of, I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. So there is that factor to it. But also, as far as we know, you is 18. It's like, that's a long way off from what I thought that he was like 14, 15, something. Like he's pretty young. So it's a little weird. I don't know if the game is going to try and correct her age, because again, we're learning a ton of different things all at once. I don't know if the game is gonna try and correct her age afterwards, but like, I thought I was 18, but never mind, I guess I wasn't. Or if something else is gonna happen, maybe kid is not 14 to 15 like we previously thought he was, even though he really looks like it. He really looks like it. But I'm hoping that it's not like too super weird. So Sada told me where Yu was, and I went to find her. I like the dynamic that they have, genuinely. Like, I think it's a good dynamic. It's just not like a romantic dynamic to me. I spotted Yu's back from behind the merry-go-round. She was looking down. She was sitting with her hand clutching the ride. Yu. Calling out to her, I went closer. Yu turned her face toward me, gave me an agonized look, and spoke. Please, don't talk to me right now. Stay away from me. Something isn't right with me right now. I might say something awful. I can't leave you alone. It was the honest truth. I sat down near you. I spoke exactly what came into my mind. I remember what you said when we first met. You said, I am you. I am you. You are me. We are the same. You're not alone. I was no prince on a white horse, and there wasn't much I could do by myself. So don't struggle with this alone. Let's think it through together. But I thought that we could get through it together. Kid. I nodded, firmly. What do you... So what do we know so far? There we go. So what do we know so far? Sada really digging the knife at him. She really does not give anyone a break. I kind of like that. Like, she does have a good personality. She does kind of get thrown to the wayside compared to everything else that's going on. But like, she does, when she's on the screen, she's pretty good. So. That my dad might be dead? But that can't be true. Because it happened 17 years ago, before when my mom told me. And it was 16 years before I was born.
that's not all, is it? No, there's more. My mom might already be dead, too. It can't be. How could it be? It doesn't make any sense. 15 years ago, when I was 3, before I was even aware of anything, I saw my mom running around just fine right before I came here. That's what you said. That's not what I said, it's a fact! What in the world? I don't know what's right or wrong anymore. So who raised me all this time?
Yeah, that is the biggest question, I gotta say. I gotta say, who the fuck was been raising me this entire time?
Who is my real father? Where did he go? I just don't know anymore.
Like a dam bursting, you spewed out all of the bad feelings that have been building inside her.
Wait, just calm down. I'm calm enough. You're losing your composure and ability to judge. I'm always composed. Are you ready? The answer is clear. The whereabouts of my father have been unknown since he disappeared 17 years ago, but today he's alive somewhere. My mom is alive too. She's at home waiting for me. This is the truth, and it's unchangeable. I don't have to prove it. Look, you're jumping to conclusions. Shut up! You're just as messed up as Limith is. Idiot, you're the one who's messed up. What'd you just say? You're pretty smart, right? But which one is it?
Hold on one moment. Okay, hold on. Let me check something. Is the YouTube stream okay? Yeah, it's fine. What are you talking about? Then what are you talking about? Stop sending me notifications. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, get rid of that. Continuing with emotional scene. Stream is good? Alright, cool. Is my multi-chat sending me like a thing and it's like, stream, you don't have an active stream up right now. Did you want to go ahead and do that? It's like, okay. Well, but no, it's connected now. It's connected.
And I thought you were strong. You were the ones who said that your knowledge wasn't for defense, but for offense. It was the first time that I've ever met a girl who said anything like that.
You don't remember much, kid, to be honest. Let's be real about that.
I never thought you'd be weak like this. I never thought you'd be such a fucking pussy.
Ah, I see what you did there. I want to fucking kill you later.
So why are you acting like this now? Come on, let's just be logical and think through this one point at a time. The way you always do. The reason you're confused is because the information is conflicting, right? Because you think that part of it can't be right. So let's start by sorting facts from fiction, beginning with what you know. You know a lot about a lot of things. You have the materials in your head to sort this out. You, out of anyone, should be able to tell what is a lie. Right?
You turned her eyes away from me and bit down hard on her lip. She finally looked down and closed her eyes as if she was thinking. I could tell she was trying to accept the possibility that the facts might be true.
You're right. I don't know what was wrong with me.
Finally, you lifted her face.
I don't know what was the matter with me. I'm sorry.
You gave a little nod.
All right.
At last, it was time to start deducing things. Oh, thank God! I want the I want the game to tell me an answer, just at least one answer, because I don't freaking know. So I mean, it must be that the person who was raising her is not the person who she thinks who she thought that she was. But also, like I was saying, this is kind of like leading into that idea that like she had to have a moment of like, things are not as they seem. I thought for sure that aliens were gonna come out and be like, aliens are real, and she's like, wait, what? Not that, but instead everything to do with her home life and the thing that's been keeping her alive, like her motivation, is literally like crumbling down around her instead, and that's making her question like, what is fact anymore? That's more of an interesting way of going about doing it, and more of a better way, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, at least to me. So, at last, it was time to start deducing things.
We decided to start breaking things down with the points that were clear. Like what was Tifblau or TB, blah blah blah. You explained that it was a malignant virus that had extremely high death rate and that had ravaged the world in the past. What? Huh? In the past? She said it had first been discovered 30 years previously. Ooh, oh no, my brain does not like that. My brain does not like that. My brain is like, no. It's fucking Takashi, man, isn't it? It's freaking... Takashi is an idiot. He doesn't know what year it is. He doesn't know what year it is. At least that's what I think it is. Takashi thinks it's 2017, and it's not, is it? It's actually way into the future than we think it is. Because we're the only person who's ever confirmed the year is Takashi. He's been like, yeah, don't forget, it's what year was it again? It's 2017. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. So I think that must be it. Hatless Courie doesn't exist. Why is everyone talking about my lack of a hat? Shut up. Shut up. Just stop talking about it. I know, it's a different look. It's a different look. No one's mentioned the freaking sash. The bag that was there. The bag's not there. Everyone keeps talking about the hat. Listen, all right? I'm slightly sick, and I was just feeling low-key today, so... Hello, Chu. I hope you've been doing well. I hope you've been doing well. Welcome on in. Everyone's too focused on the hat. To be fair, the hat is iconic. It's very iconic, so I understand why everyone's commenting on it. But also, I didn't expect a lot of people to comment on it. It's like everyone's like, something's different. At least the star curls are there. You know, the little star curls in the front. That's there. They're kind of cute. They're kind of nice. So, time don't work right when we're underwater. Specifically, when we're underwater, it doesn't work. So. I'm sorry, I didn't notice the bag that's always hidden under the visible screen. Shut up. Shut up, alright? I don't want to block too much of the game. I guess I could always move myself a little bit further up because this game is kind of on the smaller side with the aspect ratio. But don't worry about it. I hope you've been doing well too. Welcome on in. She said that it had first been discovered more than 30 years previously. So time-wise, there was nothing strange when her father had died of TB 34 years ago and then her mother 15 years before. Furthermore, the world was entirely free of DB. A decade earlier, the World Health Organization had officially declared that the disease had been eradicated. Interesting. But then why were they all dead in the basement? Why are they all dead in the basement of the amusement park? What you didn't know was when her parents were supposed to have died. You didn't know that she was to make what she was to make of the information since it was 16 years before she was born. And the mother that raised her, she had said that she had just seen her face the other day, but she was supposed to have died 15 years ago. We figured out that there are 4 possibilities. 1. Yoichi had not actually died, but only disappeared 17 years ago, and Yukie was still alive. 2. Yoichi had not actually died, but only disappeared 17 years ago. However, Yukie had passed 15 years ago. Yoichi had died 34 years ago, but Yukie was still alive and well. 4. Yoichi had died 34 years ago, and Yukie 15 years ago. Okay. This is also kind of like nice because it's kind of leading into that that thing that we were just doing, where it's like, so how many possibilities are there? Well, there's 001, there's 101, the different number combinations with the bit thing and the password. Not that I have a deep dive understanding of it, but it's kind of like that. We're exploring all possibilities, and therefore, here are the possibilities of 001, and then, 101, and then 100, and therefore, here are all the possibilities again. It's kind of like a nice, I don't know, logical through line and callback, if that makes sense. So we didn't know which was the truth and which was fiction. It was incredibly confusing. We decided to consider the possibility one by one. Those theories were based on information from 4 sources. A file compiled by Sora concerning the death of Tanaka Yukie. The chat log from A and B, the only source of information about Yoichi's death. What Yu's mom had told her, the only source of information about Yoichi's disappearance. The existence of Yu's mom. So A, B, C, and D. Huh, okay. Just a bit of annoying, please don't get sins or corrections for this story. Yeah, if possible. If possible. Of course, we might get some things wrong just because, you know, like some things, you know, sometimes it happens. We're not always familiar with the story. But if possible, just kind of sit back and let the story take its course, because it will explain things eventually, I'm sure. But we moved to the security office and checked the file concerning the death of Tanaka Yukie. With as much evidence as there was in the file, it looks like Yukie's death was indeed a fact. We set aside the question of whether she was actually Yu's real mother for the time being. So we were able to narrow it down to possibilities 2 and 4. Yoichi had not actually died and only disappeared 17 years ago. However, Yukie had passed 15 years ago, or both of them being dead. Gotcha, okay. We deduced that if Yukie was dead, and that meant that Yu's mother had been lying to her all these years. We didn't bother ourselves with the possibility of 2 women having the same name. This is really in-depth. This is really thorough. I like this. If we could determine that Yukie was lying, then the reliability of the information about Yoichi's disappearance would drop dramatically. That would strongly boost the possibility of the 4th theory being right. Yoichi had died 34 years ago, and Yukie 15 years ago. Gotcha.
That would mean both of them are... No, I said wait. Quit jumping to conclusions. But you're so impatient. We're still trying to sort this out, right?
Just then, the lights started flickering on and off. Oh yeah, we also have the threat of like imminent death or whatever. I don't know. That's there too as well, so...
See, the lights agree. Kid, shut up. See, the lights agree with me.
Wow. The lights went out. Maybe they're agreeing with me. Finally, they flashed back on.
It seems like the lights are in bad shape.
It sure does.
I wondered if there's another blackout.
Huh? Are we gonna have to make repairs again?
Well, I don't want to either.
This time, should we have Kuranari fix it himself?
That'd be pretty low.
The light conversation seemed to lift Yu's spirits.
Okay then.
Huh? I heard a voice in the distance.
Hey, you! Where are you? See what I did there? Isn't it funny? Shut up, Takashi.
Where have you been, my guy? I've been wanting to talk to you for like forever. Man, I missed him. What's that? Is that Kuranari?
It sounds like he's been looking for you.
Hey, Kuranari! I'm over here! After a bit, Takeshi appeared. For whatever reason, your hair is darker than I remember it being. I don't know. I'm having a weird moment of like, did you always look like that? I don't know, your hair was kind of redder from what I remembered, but okay. Maybe I'm too sick. There you are. I looked all over for you. Oh, there's the kid too. You sure seem to be together a lot recently.
I don't know about that.
What, are you jealous?
Nope, not a bit.
What? Well, you should be.
Alright, then I'm jealous.
This will blow your mind, but actually, me and the kid are dating. We're what?
I don't know if we are. Huh? What? Really? No.
I shook my head vigorously. You wanted that reaction out of me? Seriously?
No way. That actually absolutely blows my mind.
Okay, I'll stop pretending to be surprised now. You were expecting it too? Hey, don't interrupt me. I'm supposed to give a punchline. I like the... See, again, it's like I like the banter that these two have, but I also like the banter that these two have. They're freaking great. I'll pretend to stop being surprised now. I know what's coming next. I'm kidding. It's a joke, right? It's a joke, right? Yup. Alright, enough of that. Let's get back on topic.
Alright. And what was it you came for?
Sort of said constantly hacking your eyes is making you see weirdly. Honestly, maybe at this point, because I thought your hair was lighter, my guy. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm seeing. I'm gonna make some repairs on the generator. You want to help? Oh, so he's doing it anyway.
Repair the generator?
I don't believe this. Are you saying there's been a blackout again?
I didn't believe it. Was that who said that just now? Yeah, you said that.
No, it's not that serious, but the generator isn't in the best shape. Yeah, the light did just go out a little bit ago. See? No big deal, just some maintenance that's gotta be done. Sora's orders. I see. You, will you help?
Sure, I suppose.
That's not your voice. It's more so like, sure, I suppose. It seemed like you still wasn't back to normal. I could tell that she was just pretending she was fine. I thought that she might get hurt if I let her go make repairs in that state of mind.
Hey, Takeshi, I'll go with you to do the repairs.
You will, kid?
It looks like you's a bit worn out.
But you don't know a thing about machines, right?
It'll be fine. I'll try hard. So let me help.
My desperate attempt at persuasion succeeded, and I had to help. We started the work after lunch, but...
Ouch! Takeshi, that hurts!
4:07 p.m. You can take that. You're a man after all. Okay, I actually do remember this scene. I don't remember you being in the scene, so can I skip through this? I can actually. 7:35 p.m. It turned to night. Dinner time rolled around. Just like always, we filled our empty bellies with tuna sandwiches made by Takeshi. We wanted to change of place to do something fun, so we spread out a blanket in the park's rest area. We thought it would kind of put us in a picnic mood. There we go. The blanket was from the shop that stocked them on the same floor. It had Limu's Mew Mew label printed on it. Sora couldn't eat, so she just sat smiling with us just the same. This feels like it should be skippable as well. Apparently not, because we're gonna see Coco, and she's gonna scribble her thing on the stone statue, right? It seemed that was fun for her. Sara had just gone to get more drinks from the kiosk. Yu wasn't around. She didn't feel well and was resting in the infirmary. Oh, so it's a little bit different. Okay. So Sara was going to get her a sandwich later. Drawn by the scent, Tsugumi appeared. like a little animal, she appeared. She's like, I'm freaking hungry. Takeshi, make me a certain sandwich. She was like, gosh darn it, okay, fine. As if she hadn't noticed or didn't care, Tsugumi parked herself on Myungyun's face and started munching on a sandwich. Of course, Takeshi started complaining, but Tsugumi just ignored him. She sat there, eating and drinking by herself. I stared at her absent-mindedly. I wondered if I was still stuck on those words. On the 7th, you will die. Yeah, how'd you know? How did she know? Ever since then, Tsugumi had mostly left me alone. I wondered what she was thinking about just then. I was mulling that over when... What the fuck? Yo, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. I know I have the sound a little bit low on my end, but if you can turn up the volume for a little bit, fucking hear this scream, man. What the fuck was that? Hold on. Oh, I have to click. Hold on. And then this. What the fuck? All right. What the hell? That's crazy. All of a sudden, Sara screams from the direction of the kiosk, and I was like, "Oh, she's fucking dead." she either she's dead or she's seen a dead body. Cause what the fuck? Ain't no way, girl. Get over it. To be fair, I'm kind of like this sometimes as well when I see different bugs. If I see a really large spider, rats. There's a rat. That's not your voice. Rat. There's a rat. Hearing that, Takeshi forgot about Tsugumi and for an instant and ran to the kiosk.
How the fuck is there a fucking rat down here? A rat of all things. Soda and I followed him. All of that for a rat? Girl. The voice acting was crazy. All of that for one rat. Some of the box food in the kiosk had been damaged. We heard that? Okay, good. Because that was insane. That was insane. Holy crap, that's blood curdling. Literal definition of a blood curdling scream. It is! All of that and for what? For what, girly? Oh, what a mess.
Looks like these are totally damaged.
Oh, and you're back to normal now. You're back to normal. I wonder if the hot dogs were the work of the rat too.
Huh? But those were in the fridge.
She was right. The stuff in the fridge was fine. It looked like there had been no immediate danger of starving. Hold on, let me see something here. Some of the boxed food in the kiosk had been damaged. Oh, so you didn't even see a rat? Did you see one? Or were you just like, oh my gosh, the food, it's damaged. Wow. Girl, what are you doing? Okay. It looks like we were in no immediate danger of starving. Still, I'm surprised that there are rats in Limo. Takeshi, our de facto cook, was livid. He was so mad. He was so mad that he couldn't speak. His face went bright red, and his whole body shook with anger. I love that this is the one thing he actually gives a shit about. Tsugumi likes it too. She's like, she's just so fucking ridiculous. Tsugumi was enjoying it though. What's so funny? Of course, it's his face. She pointed at Takeshi as she said that. Takeshi snapped. That lousy rodent! He pissed me off! If I could catch that rat, I'm gonna feed him to the fish outside. Like that, a raging Takeshi set about trying to rig up a trap to catch the rat. And he ended up making me help him to design it and set it up. Going along with him was the only way to calm him down. I don't know, man. There is something about it that's like, I kind of like Takeshi as a side character. I like Kid more as the protagonist, I think, overall. Even though obviously the Tsugumi route was great and like I love the both of them together, like they're fantastic. There is something about it. I've only done one Takeshi route, to be fair. There is that. But I don't know, there's something about it where it's just like, he's so... When you're viewing him and his antics, he's just a lot, like you could see the appeal. You could see the appeal. I don't know if that makes sense. You can see the appeal of like why he's so like, yeah, he's freaking great. So, and I don't know, Kid works well as a protagonist as well, because again, amnesiac, he doesn't know what's going on, and like I don't think he's bad. He could be, like I think Takeshi overall is more generic of a protagonist than Kid is. So Kid has a little bit more of an interesting flair to him. So, not to say that the Kid, like this game should only have one protagonist, because I feel like it would lose its charm, but I'm just saying, as for my personal preference. So, well, they were tired of tuna sandwiches. They were tired of the tuna sandwiches, that is true. As someone, I was somehow able to help him using my good arm to cover for my lame one. Oh, did that happen? Yeah, I guess your arm is gone. Okay, that happened. So, but the hot dogs are still there at the very least. We still have things to eat. Takeshi, calm down. Calm down. The trap he tried to make was a useless contraption pieced together from stuff in the warehouse. I won't go the pain of trying to describe it. 11:51 p.m. We didn't finish until the middle of the night. My mind and body were both worn out. This is when we were confirmed to be on the Sara route, as I remember. But even earlier now, it seems like we're on the U route immediately. Just like immediately, like boom, you're here. So I was heading to where U was. I was worried. We didn't see Coco. Where the fuck is she? I was worried about her and wanted to touch base on the theories about her parents.
Hey, there you are, Kid.
What, do you need something?
Yeah, I got a message for you from Nakyu.
From you? I was just going to see her.
I don't think she's in the infirmary. I think she headed out.
Is she feeling better?
Yep, she said she was feeling tons better.
Oh, well, that's good. And what's the message?
Oh, yeah, it's, she says she's going to the place, and you should come too.
The place?
She said you know what she meant.
I fucking don't know. No, I don't. Do you mean like do you mean
the room with the security cameras, or do you mean the Ferris wheel? Not the Ferris wheel, the merry-go-round? Or do you mean the place with the weird lighting and the maze? Girl, please explain. The place. Did that mean?
Hey,
What?
I don't know, but you seem to be doing all right for yourself. You're already sneaking dates at night and all. You sly guy, you.
I didn't think I knew what she was talking about. The theory was half-baked.
By the way, what trick did you use to calm you down? She fell for you in the blink of an eye, so you must be good.
She didn't fall. I fell, and that's how I hurt my arm.
Ah, I see now, you're playing dumb. Come on, just tell me a little. What you said or what you did. Or I guess hear the juicy details you have, or I guess to hear the juicy details you have to be over 18 maybe.
What's she mean, 18? I don't know what you're talking about. I just gave her a helping hand. What? You skipped first base? Sada, what are you talking about? Leave me alone!
Huh? And? Come on, it's okay. I won't tell anybody else.
Again, wild. Wild, knowing what I know now. Sister, by the way, sister, why are you like this? A little bit of ribbing is fine, but also, like, why are you like this?
You don't want to tell me?
I thought it was risky to continue the conversation, true, and decided to take a hint from history and see no more, speak no more, hear no more. Sada finally got the idea. Ultimately, Sada gave up. Since I figured that you was waiting for me, I started walking. I thought about what you might meant by the place. I hope the game doesn't ask me because I don't fucking know. I figured it was probably okay, this place. 12:03 a.m. I don't know what it means. You should know. You should just know what she means. I should just know intuitively because I'm a mind reader, of course. But I don't have any clue. I'm like, these are the three options. We spent the most time in the computer room, to be honest. So I would go there first, but apparently I would be wrong, and you would be angry at me. You would be very angry at me. The Lemurian ruins. Just like I had the day before, I visited the ruins. I figured I would find you here. It felt like I had traveled through time and opened the door to an ancient land. Speaking of time travel, you had scoffed at it, but I still hadn't given up on the theory. It was the only one that made sense to me. The time travel theory? I think we've flashed forward definitely in time. I think it's not 2017. I think it's way further into the future than we think it is. But I don't know about like time travel per se. There's no other way to explain things. I entered the ruins. I continued through the maze-like passages. Trying not to get lost, I racked my memory. Fortunately, I remembered the path I had taken the day before. It was still fresh in my mind. It was like I had been through the area dozens of times. Finally. Yahoo! Ah, there she is. I found you. She was in the same spot as the day before, the Sun Temple. And she was sitting at the same... Don't let Kadensha's contributions go to waste. It was, obelisk. Obelisk? Obelisk? Obelisk. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I would remember. I thought I would fucking remember. I obviously don't. Obelisk. Hugging her knees. I sat down next to her. Do you feel better now?
Yeah, thanks to you.
This is your chance, the moment. And I still didn't remember. It always comes back to it, man. Same thing with Bleach, same thing with everything else. It's just like, I don't fucking remember, man. I don't remember. Memory of a goldfish.
That's good to hear.
You did a good job finding this place again.
It was the only place I could think of.
That's not what I mean. I mean, you remembered the route here.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
What are you talking about? You called me here, right?
That's right.
Don't tell me you thought I wouldn't find my way back.
Well, yeah. I'm kidding. It's a joke. To tell you the truth, I just wanted to test you.
Test? Me? Well, I would have fucking failed that test. I would have freaking failed it. Oh well.
Yup.
I wanted to see if you could navigate the labyrinth, slay the evil dragon, and rescue the princess held captive here. to see whether the hero would show up or not.
You're giving me big, Yuka energy right now. I'm not gonna lie. By saying this, you're giving me Yuka energy.
I went to test the prince on the white horse.
You heard that from Sara, right?
Right.
And you're supposed to be the princess.
Well, I don't want to sound too full of myself, but...
I'm going back. I stood up.
Huh, you're mean. What? I'm not good enough for you?
That's not it at all. I just can't handle this kind of game right now. I'm completely worn out. And I've got my broken arm.
Oh, your arm.
You belatedly noticed my arm. You got it the last attempts. Okay, good. I remember. See, I'm learning. I would never forget, right? Yeah, maybe. Standing, I went to return on the road that I had used coming in, but you came after me.
Hey, I said just wait a second.
Leave me alone. If all you want to do is talk about your stupid fantasies, I'd rather get some sleep.
You got hurt trying to help me. It's a battle scar you can be proud of.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Genuinely, chat, what happened? I can't remember. What did I skip over? When did he hurt his arm? Now he can remember lately. You'll beat the game. It's the final thing. It's gonna ask me, please, like, remember how you say Lebleek. It's like, well, you see, I can't remember what he did to break his arm. He was saving somebody. He's obviously saving you. Is that differ at all from the fucking, the Sada timeline at all? Or is it different or the same? It might have happened here the time that you skipped. It happened in another route, but I don't remember how. Yeah, it definitely happened when I skipped. I just can't remember what happened. Okay. Huh. She just won't give up. I was about to complain. You gently laid her hand on my hard cast.
Does it still hurt?
Only a little. I lied. Thanks to the medicine, it didn't really hurt at all.
You want me to cast a spell on it for you?
A spell?
Yeah, I learned it straight from my mom that isn't real. It's guaranteed to work.
Sure, bud.
It's my way of saying I'm sorry.
You put both of her hands on my cast, as if enveloping it, and started rubbing it gently. I just stood up. I just stood there. I could feel the heat from her palms through the cast. As she gently stroked my arm, you started whispering. Freaking, sorry, this is such a tangent. It's, this is a thing, by the way. Pain, and go fly away, go far beyond the Andromeda Galaxy Nebula? I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure about that one. It's, hold on, if I play this, I don't know if it's gonna come through, though. I was just gonna say that the Vocaloid song, is also this as well, where it's Jim Pui Pui. It's this one. Can I play it? If I can route the song. No. No, I can't, apparently. It's gonna take too long for me to route this. But what I can do is freaking post a link. All right, Twitch chat, here you go. Because apparently I can't paste anything in YouTube chat, unfortunately. Here you go. It's a ridiculous one of those ridiculous Vocaloid songs that came out a majillion years ago. And by majillion years ago, I mean, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago. It wasn't that long. 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So I can't believe I remember that all this time later. Anyway, yes, you. I don't know about the Andromeda Nebula part, but sure. Chichim Pui Pui? I love that Vocaloid song. What are you talking about? Oh, wait, you're right. Sorry.
How is it? The pain stopped, right?
Far beyond the Andromeda Nebula.
What? Is there a problem?
No. All of a sudden, I had a wild urge to laugh. It was something I never thought I'd hear out of Yu's mouth, and it tickled me incredibly. Yeah, it looks like you completely fixed it. My irritation vanished.
Ah, good. I hoped I would.
We decided to go back to the hall.
I'm glad that you came.
Huh?
That you made your way through the labyrinth to find me. Now that all that you have to do is rescue the princess, right, Prince?
You just don't quit. Alright then, I guess I'm off to dispose of some evil dragon. Finally, I understood. His voice became more like Takashi there, the way that I was reading it. Oopsie daisy. The evil dragon that was holding you. It was Yu's past. And she needed to be saved.
Listen, no matter how much a girl pretends to be strong, she's always waiting.
I thought she might be waiting for me.
Alright, now let's go restart our detective work.
Suddenly, I noticed a tart, refreshing aroma tickling my nose. It was mixed with a mildewy smell of the ruins. It was the scent of a not yet ripened fruit. It was familiar. It smelled like the sun in spring. We decided to reorganize the information we had. We thought about the data we had on our parents. Sora's files had reported Yu's mother, Tanaka Yukie, as dying 15 years ago. The company Land had a chat log that indicated Yu's father, Tanaka Yoichi, dying 34 years ago. However, Yu's mom had told her that her father had gone missing 17 years ago. There were pictures and movies, but they could not be completely trusted as reliable. Yu had even said so herself. And what did she do then? Like, obviously we have, I mean... I thought for sure that you would recognize yourself as a baby and be like, yeah, that was me as a baby. Okay, sure. And what was most suspicious was the lady who you had always thought of as her mom. From what we could gather, the death of her parents, Yoichi and Yukie, were facts. That meant that her mother, or the lady who called herself that, could have been lying all along. It was based on all the information, we narrowed it down to the two most likely possibilities. Also, thank you so much for the hydrate. I never heard of this before. It was one of the Vocaloid songs. It wasn't my favorite, but it was there. It certainly is. Thank you so much for the hydrate, because I have not had any of my tea at all. At all. I made it and I didn't have any of it. Good thing that I have the tea warmer thing here. So I will do so right now. Alrighty, thank you again. Don't let the tea go cold. It actually wasn't. It was actually boiling hot. It was still boiling hot. I had to turn it down to its second temperature because it's still like, wow, this is really hot. Might have burned myself a little in the process. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But it's nice and warm, so. Yoichi died 34 years ago and Yukie 15 years ago. Hey, I bet this is what happened. If it is true that your mom and dad died, then the person working at Limu, I mean the person that you thought was your mom up until now that isn't your mom, but maybe person B? A foster parent. Yeah. Then your real dad could have died 34 years ago and your mom 15 years ago. I guess, but like... But you knew her name. Has she been masquerading as this dead employee this whole time? So someone took pity on an orphan daughter. So somebody that took pity on the orphan daughter... So somebody that took pity on the orphan daughter took you in and raised you. Sorry, there's a confusing sentence to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that's impossible. Why? Because Tanaka Yoichi isn't my real father. I mean, it has to be true. He died 34 years ago, right? And I was born 18 years ago. To be precise, I was born September 22nd, 19 years ago. In either case, my father would have to have been alive
until December of 20 years ago.
I figured that was an area I didn't really know much about, so I held my tongue. But she was right, it did sound fishy. The question was how to fill the missing years.
No way.
What?
Nothing.
What? Tell me. You can't just start to say something and stop like that.
I don't know if this could ever happen, but what if you were actually 33 years old?
That'd be silly, right? Am I not? Is Kid not actually 14 years old? Is he actually like, I don't know, like fucking 25? Because have we all just been infected with Courie? We were the results of Tsugumi's, basically all of Tsugumi's like deep dank experimentation is the reason that we're here now. Me, 33? You think with my skin that I look like I could be in my 30s? This is 1-for-1 a scene that happens with Alice. I don't fucking believe it. Again, there's more parallels. You look it, you don't look it. For no reason at all. I'm going to say right now. You Kid, the second eye. Not even the first one or the third one, but the second eye. They really went there. They really went there. I can't believe it. But it's what I kind of considered, but I was like, no, that'd be too crazy, right? Are we not all who we think we are, essentially? But I still managed to die from the Tief Blau virus, so there's that. Huh. What do I do? What do I do? I was gonna say, you look it.
You look it.
What?
You don't look it.
Right?
Yeah, of course. You don't look it.
Now, jokes aside.
Okay, that was a text break. So why does it not let me? Where in the world could those 15 years have gone? Why does it not let me? There's a little glitch. I don't know. It's not letting me like load until I go back to the title screen, which I will do. I don't want to miss out any points, so I will do it. You look it. No, you don't look it.
You don't look it.
Right? Now, jokes aside. If I were 33 years old, it would mean that there is a 15-year gap in my memory.
About to get instantly dumped. Dumped based on this answer. True. True though. This is like one of those questions where like, I gotta go. I gotta go. Bye.
Where in the world could those 15 years have gone?
Have we been in a sleeping pod this entire time? I don't know, man.
I've never had amnesia like you. Don't remember being abducted by aliens and haven't had anything Rip Van Winkle-like experiences either.
Rip Van what? Rip Van what, huh?
That would mean that when I was 12, I was really 27? That couldn't be, right? Or that even when I was 5, I was actually 20. It's even more impossible. In the 18 years and 7 months of my life, I've never once felt a gap of 15 years.
A 15-year gap.
Listen, sorry to stop you, but let's get back on topic. You were talking about Rip Van Winkle, right? And he falls asleep and...
Huh?
Rip Van Winkle, he falls asleep, and when he returns home...
I got it! This is probably what happened.
You probably traveled through time?
Would you stop thinking about these stupid theories of yours? Also, it's time for the next break of the stream, okay? Just barely. What if... Okay, definitely I will finish out this scene, but then we're gonna stop, okay? I promise. For real this time. For real. I keep saying this. I'm not getting better at this, honestly. Let me go over to Burr screen. It really has just been both this game and 100 line. It's just like I'm not doing so great. I mean, it's better because it's longer stream times, and like these are like normal stream times, to be honest. 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is like what I used to do before, is like it's a little bit on the shorter side of streaming. So I wanted to be up to this point anyway. I just didn't want to be doing it when I'm also like slightly like, oh, I don't know, like I'm just feeling all right. I'm just feeling okay, you know, as long as your voice can take it. Yeah, it will be fine. It will be fine. If you are here, stretch, get some water, all the good stuff. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. See you then. Alrighty, I am back. Let me go over to not burb screen, the opposite of burb screen, which is the gaming screen, or at least one of them, one of those, and continuing. All right, finishing out the scene, and then for real, we will end for today. For real. Would you stop talking about what if we're like 2 hours away, like an extra 2 hours away from the ending? No, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. Nah, but what if we're like an hour away from the ending? I can't do it. Hopefully for the last. Hopefully for the last. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try. They're just gonna get through this scene and then take a temperature check, and I'll probably end there. Would you stop talking about these stupid theories of yours? But it would explain everything. Come on. Come on. Somewhere along the line, maybe when you were small, just before you can even remember, I'll bet you jumped 15 years into the future. You were probably really born 33 years ago. That would mean that if Yoichi died 34 years ago, it would all make sense. Jeez, how many times are you gonna have to say that until you're satisfied? Time travel is a physical impossibility. Just like water flows downhill. But if you use the siphon, you can move water uphill. That's not what I mean. It's just an example, an analogy. But you're not the only one that experienced time travel. I did too. But my time travel was different. I think it's probably the reason I get premonitions about things. I was trapped here in Limu before. How can you be so sure about it? How can you be so absolutely confident about it? Even if... Just suppose that you did travel through time. Where's the other kid, the other you? Apparently he was making an echo sound back in the other Takashi route, so I'm gonna say over there. I'm gonna say he's over there when Takashi is being the protagonist.
The other me?
Life readings 7. I remembered on the night of May 1st, or I guess it could just be Takashi himself, like literally just walking around. I remembered on the night of May 1st when the numbers for the life scan kept changing. Yes, the other you. You're saying that you've been repeating the several days being trapped here, right? If so, then the past you should be here as well.
That's, I know. Only my memory is going back through time.
Even though you forgot everything?
That's exactly why I've lost my memory. Normally, anything like a memory going back through time would defy common sense. But this time, common sense is being defied. My brain couldn't deal with the situation and started to panic, so it tried to logically explain or deal with the situation. So it erased all my memories.
I don't mean to take the air out of you after your enthusiastic speech, but we don't call that logical. I'm pretty sure the word is pathological. And sometimes they add the word delusional for good measure. They add the word Courie syndrome. So the day ended without us finding any answers. That actually makes sense as well, because she was the one who had brought up Courie syndrome. But it didn't really sound, because she was still like questioning Tsugumi, like what is her deal, like what's up with her. It didn't really sound like you had actually believed in it, which makes sense from her perspective and like everything that we know about her, right? So the day ended without us finding any answers. Friday, der 14. Tag, the next morning. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to a scene where we can see the characters. The next morning, everybody slept in. It looked like everyone was pretty beat. When you and I saw each other, we both said good morning as if everything were normal. It seemed like she wanted to act like things are the same, even in front of everybody else. So I did my best to follow suit. All right, there we go. All right, now for real, we will end stream for here. Kid U Astral. Nice. Alrighty. Well, that was it. That was Ever 17, the Out of Infinity. And I gotta say, today's stream was kind of insane. Is it the most insane stream that we've had so far? I'm sorry that I don't have the energy to kind of like match what the fuck we just learned, but you know, I would say it's the craziest thing that has happened so far, which makes, isn't it kind of interesting? Like, I love playing through two different mystery games at the same time, where like in 100 Line last time something wild happened, and then in this game something wild happens as well. It's kind of nice, it's kind of fun. So but yes, we learned now that somebody's been masquerading as Yu's mom, or like, I don't know, just not been her foster mother, which is fine. It's just not been telling her the whole truth, which I don't know, kind of. So, but again, that would mean that this person has been posing as a dead person, Yukie Tanaka, for years. For years. That's crazy. Otherwise, she's literally been a part of the experiments. No, either way, she's still a part of the experiments. She still has, you know, friggin' Courie syndrome, whatever Tsugumi has going on, but like, either way, that person is still lying, which is kind of wild. So, there is that. The true end. Feels like we've had more insane ones. There was definitely, I don't know, it is kind of tied up there with finding a whole bunch of dead bodies in the basement. You know, that is pretty high up there, I will say. Yeah, maybe that was like slightly more unhinged. Maybe that was slightly more unhinged. But this is like, I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. Again, like the parallels that I was saying, where it's like, it's either this possibility or this possibility or this possibility. Having that be with the code and then bringing that back to Yu's situation as well. The fact that Yu is like, so we established pretty early on that she's like, nope, none of this, you know, we only believe facts here. We don't believe any of these theories, any of this guessing bullshit. And then only to have her world crumbling down. It's like, we have to start from ground zero, you know? That's all we can do. It's really, really nice. I really like it. I don't know how to feel about the whole Sora like scene that we had. It feels like it's such a scene that was taken from her route and then just put here for good measure, because it feels like it had nothing to do. It really does feel kind of out of place. I mean, I like it. As someone who likes Sora, I like it because I want her to be happy, because, you know, it doesn't feel like she's going to be very happy that often, if I'm being quite honest. It doesn't feel like she's going to be that happy.
I like it, but also it was definitely out of left field. Also, Sada is a god, as we've learned. Sada is a god, and Coco is not, and you know. So every time we have to go deal with Coco, I'm gonna have to remember that. I was like, we sacrificed Sada for this. What do you have? It's like, I have memes and a dog. I have memes and a dog. So, but yes, that was the game. That was the game. Let me go ahead and look for somebody to raid if anyone is online. Anyone's online. Do 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 da 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 da. Quite a few people are online. You know what? Ransua is online. He's doing, he does like, I think he does this every week. He does like a writing review. Like you can submit your writing and he like reviews them. I'm not sure. I believe he has like a degree in like some form of writing or something. I don't know. Regardless, it is definitely his passion. So I was there for one of them. It was really cool and really interesting. I think he's doing that again here. So let's go ahead and say hello. Let me go ahead. Just because this is a very story heavy, you know, writing heavy game, it's only appropriate. So now, if only I could spell his friggin' name. If only I could spell Bransua Vtuber. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, and then let me go over to any screen, and let me go back over here so we at least have some music for a little bit. Alrighty. This is why technology will rule or ruin the world. Yay! Yay! Not existential thoughts to have at 3 a.m. Yay! Ending on Soda being sad. Yeah, it just feels like it's gonna happen. You know, it feels like it's always gonna happen. So. Also, thank you so much for joining. Goodbye to you as well. And for everyone who is here, thank you so much for joining. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm going to be back tomorrow, assuming that my cold or allergies or whatever it is doesn't get worse. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing like a chill game. I think it's Lost and Found Co, which is just like chill. Just yapping, just chatting, essentially. So, and we'll be back with some more of this next week. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everyone. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye-bye.